We are live. I'm going to buy me a banjo and learn some banjo tunes.
Well, I cranked up my warp drive, but the dang thing sputtered out. Flock said spitting up tape is what it's all about. Trib's in the engine room, cussing at the pipes. He's hollering this warp core runs like a rusty dirt bike. We're star trucking through the galaxy, y'all. Beaming hogs and hound dogs into shuttle bay stalls. Captain Archer's got his beagle riding shotgun by his side. On the Redneck Enterprise, we take the back road to override. But if Paul's trying yoga, saying logic every day, but the crew keeps staring, Lord, she can't get away. Oh, she's learning Klingon, cussing every line, 'cause y'all ain't got a word for beer, just don't sit right in her mind. We're star trucking through the galaxy, y'all, drinking Romulan shine till we stumble and fall. Going wrestling Friday nights, telling Vulcans, hold my beer on the Redneck Enterprise. Yeehaw, warp us out of here.
How you gonna warp us out of here? Warp us out of here. I like the new banner, by the way.
Pistol propped up on the bar. He's shooting skeet with photon shells like a honky-tonk star. Mirror Universe shows up looking country club clean. Travis strolls in hauling cornbread and baked beans. We're star trucking through the galaxy, y'all, fixing transporters with the wrench and chaw. Space the final trail apart, that's where we roam. Redneck Enterprise. Long neck beer feels just like home.
Welcome to the Light Gate, where reality bends and the unseen awakens. Preston Dennett, joined by Dolly Saffron, guiding you beyond the veil and into the infinite unknown. Every week we unlock high strangeness, extraterrestrial contact, hidden realms, psychic awakenings, the afterlife, and secrets they don't want you to know. Step through the gate, and if you feel the calling, subscribe to the channel and share it with those ready to awaken.
Shall we?
Two real cryptid legends doing what they do, bringing information for me and you. John Moorhead and his Sierra Sounds, Daryl Denton, the Tennessee Bigfoot Man, along with Michelle Desrochers, bring adventures across this land. So much information brought to you each week. Actively out there looking is the truth they seek.
You are listening to United Public Radio Network, UPRNTalkRadio.com, 107.5 New Orleans.
Tune in to UFO Undercover Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern with your host, Joe Montaldo, right here on the Paranormal Radio Network.
Come join us every Saturday, 8 to 10 p.m. on.
This is Michael Angley of Michael Angley.
Wow,
Hey,
how they get
Michael.
on there? Hey, what you doing, man? That's an old promo people. I got something I was clicking through them. I just wanted to see what we had. There's a particular one I'm looking for. Maybe it's this one. Let me see.
Why? What's the deal? Why introduce that?
That sounds like George Norrie.
It is George Norrie. It's a piece I did as a piece I did on Coast to Coast. That's not really supposed to be in there, but hey, I guess it's okay for now. Not sure why it's in there, but I got lots of sound bites all over the place. I mean, come on. But anyway, welcome to News on the Flip Side. I hope everyone's been having a fun week, an enjoyable week. It's, except for the people who've been getting snowed on and snowed up to their whats and can't get out and stuff. I feel for y'all, but
I'm one of them.
For the rest of everybody else, it's been pretty, mild and not too bad. Down here, it's been 74 and sunny. We had a little drizzle here and there, but nothing major. For most of my friends I know around the country, it's been pretty easy going on them. It's just the Yankees up in the Northeast getting slammed. It happens every once in a while. I mean,
And we may still get another one. We have
Yes.
to go through March.
We see it gets sneaky down here this time of year. We're going into March, so we might not see any cold weather much. But all of a sudden, like the first week of April, we might even get snow. It gets really weird because you'll think, okay, winter's over, because you'll start noticing here in about a week everything will start blooming. I mean, everything will start blooming. And then, and it'll keep blooming unless there's a really, really cold. And sometimes it's like a cold snap right smack in the middle of all. Bam.
I was actually one March, I was working at the Home Depot overnight garden recovery. So I was there from 9 p.m. till 6 a.m. And I don't know, 4 o'clock, 2 o'clock, something in the morning, I was outside with the forklift, the gas forklift, moving wood pellets from the parking lot into we have a cage, lockable cage that we wanted to keep them secure. And there was 2 feet of snow on the ground and inside the cage. And there was another 2 feet or 3 feet that was falling out of the sky on top of me at that very moment. It was quite the fun thing driving, a 14,000 pound machine with 2,000 pounds of product on it and trying to stop within 3 feet and sliding 17 feet.
Yeah, it
was a lot of fun. Thank God there was stuff to stop me from going any further.
No, I like they put them steel poles and going, well, you're going out of here. Bam. All right, I'm okay. Good.
Oh, no. So luckily I had started earlier when there was still 2 feet of snow on the ground, but I started before the real big snow started hitting. So I had put some pallets already in the cage. So there was some weight already on the ground on the concrete waiting for me. So when I did get in there, when the snow really started coming down and filling back up, I would just wait. And I think I had to stop 3 pallets away from the pallets in front of me. So I'd hit the brakes to the 3rd pallet, and it was enough to slow me down, and the momentum would be stopped by me bumping into the pallet in front of me. I had no other choice. I was driving on 2 feet of snow and ice and driving 14,000 pounds. You try and do that accurately. It's hard.
Look, I've done enough ice and snow driving. I don't really hope I don't have to ever experience again. I like the snow, Mike, but yeah.
I like driving, but I like driving forklifts, but not in the snow. The forklift on the snow is very unpredictable, and they steer from the rear. So when they go wonky, they go wonky in a really weird way. You don't know how to stop it.
No. I've seen some crazy shit over my time, yes, but it's no, these days I'm pretty laid back, taking it easy. No, we got a lot of news tonight, actually. We got
There's a lot going on.
We got the State of the Union to deal with. There's lots of polls came off the State of the Union. Of course, now well, CNN's going to be part of CBS now, right? Paramount's buying them, yes. So
Paramount is buying Warner Brothers Universal, yeah.
Yes, who owns CNN.
Which means that's one more subscription I don't have to pay for anymore.
Also, it's well, I didn't realize everybody's like, well, CBS is pretty righty. Not really. I watch CBS. It doesn't seem to be all that righty tighty to me.
They're kind of in between, I guess, but they
say it's Rupert Murdoch's group, and they say, well, he ain't going to have two lefty shows. So if he brings them on board, then CNN's going to probably have to become a righty tighty show, which means, well, everybody will be looking for a job, and they're panicking. I was reading some of the stories today. A lot of them are panicking about
job security.
Yeah, like they're going to lose their jobs.
Well,
I mean, didn't Anderson Cooper just left 60 Minutes? Yeah, where's 60 Minutes at ABC or NBC? No, ABC or CBS. CBS. Yeah, so yeah.
CBS,
same place, CBS. I don't know. No, doesn't ABC own The View?
ABC is The View, yes.
Yeah, The View. What's The View? What do you mean? You want me to really say what I think about The View? Okay. I'll do this 2 times. Okay, there we go.
I give it 2 thumbs up as well, but they're not my thumbs.
Yeah, you see there. Oh, you mean you want me to go like this? That don't look right like that. Yeah, it looks weird. Doofus asses. Anyway, I mean, there was a lot going on besides, AOC over there last week making a complete idiot in Munich of herself. I watched her and I'm thinking, really? How many times when you're looking at her, you're thinking, and she's here representing who? Not us, right? Please not the us.
She's not representing anybody. She wasn't invited. She went all on her own, didn't she?
I don't know how that shit works with the somehow you get to go to some things, but really the ones who were invited were the big dogs, that went. They were there for a particular reason. It's a security council. Well, not a security council, but whatever the hell they call it. And no, I mean, they were there to meet, they were really there to hear, oh, we're not going to go blow y'all up and take y'all over. Rubio loves us. He's going to be president one day and he'll save Europe. That's really all they wanted to hear. Yeah, that's really all they wanted to hear. What they really wanted to hear is what was it? Prime Minister Steinmeier said, well, we don't need to go back to the status quo. He said, many American presidents have said we need to pay for our own defense, take care of our own stuff. We need to be as powerful as them. That way no one ever threatens any of us again. It's the truth. If Europe was even half as powerful as we are, there would be no one to threaten us. You know what, Michael? I've seen that. What a nuclear war would look like between Russia and China, between Russia and the United States. Problem with that is it's changed now. So whoever put that clip up didn't take in consideration that Elon Musk said that we could use Starlink to knock their satellites, their rockets out of space. So the problem with Russian missiles is the same problem we have. They have MIRVs. MIRVs means multiple warheads. Okay, so it doesn't matter how good a shot you are. If a missile comes over the top of one of your cities with 10 warheads and plops open, odds are you're not going to
one of them's getting through. Yeah.
So, but if you get them in space, adios amigos, it's done and over with. So, well, no, Elon, Jay and I talk about all the time what kind of weapons they got on these effing Starlinks, okay? I'm not convinced these are just...
They got lasers.
Yeah, we know they got communication lasers for sure.
The Chinese version of the Starlink did a laser shoot of data from, I don't know how high, but from satellite orbit to China, and it was faster than Elon's network is. Does that mean they have more powerful laser? Maybe, but I think he has them outnumbered. So I think turning satellites into drones.
I think it's like anything else. So if I do my bandwidth test to say New Orleans, which is fairly close, it's going to be lickety fast. If I do my bandwidth test to say somewhere like Stockholm, it's not going to be 42 milliseconds. It's going to be 122 milliseconds. And that's the same thing with China. So when you're talking Elon Musk's network, you're not talking one satellite anymore. You're talking literally 20,000. And probably not that many, probably about 10,000. But still, China maybe has, 50 up there right now?
I don't know.
Let's see what happens when all their memory starts getting clogged up. And they've got to have, because I don't know if they've got enough satellites up there to even do anything for real. No, China's not the only one up there. Starlink was a brilliant idea, and everybody and their mom is trying to make it better. Europe's tried a couple of different ways. They're turned out to be crap. The Ukraine told Europe stop offering their Starlink system to them because it sucked. He said that Zelenskyy said it's the best thing since crack wheat, buddy. He said Starlink is a lifesaver in more ways than just in military. He said it keeps the people in touch with the world. He says it's just something they couldn't do without. And the Arabs swear by it. They say it's just fast as hell. I only had two friends that had it, one who's passed away, but he said as long as you were where right place, he said it was lickety splickety fast. It's probably like 650 up and down.
I just did mine, a speed test on mine from Ookla, and I got download mega Mbps is 517.59, and my upload speed is 140.69. So I think that's 2 gigs up and 1 gig down. 1 gig up and 2 gigs down. Sorry.
No, 1 gig. 1 gig's 1,000. So 500 half a gig.
Okay, so half a gig download.
No, gigs is smoking fast, by the way. It's not like it's slow or anything. It's
and that's bright speed fiber optic right there.
Yeah, fiber optic is great. It's and that's the thing. Somebody asked me one time. He said, "Well, why'd you get the gig up and down?" I said, "Because I do a lot of upload and download." And I said, "But really, even I don't need it." I said, "If you're running 500 or even 350, I said it's more than the average person's going to need. It'll run all your TVs in your house, all your phones, all your computers, and there won't be any real lag on fiber optics. And it's like $30 a month. I think the 500 is like 40.
Mine's I'm paying $50, $49.99.
Yeah, so that's not bad either. So I mean, it's for me, the upload is more important than the download is.
And here's another thing: Brightspeed was free. I got the equipment, and the first month were absolutely free. They're permanently attached to one of my baseboards in the dining room downstairs, but it's in the I gotta remember. I gotta take the modem back to Xfinity tomorrow. It's permanently attached to the baseboard, and the wire's coming up through the basement, but it's in the center of the house, whereas the modem for Xfinity was in the room ahead of that, facing the front street. So there was some lag from the top of the house to the bottom. Now it's not. There's none whatsoever.
Yeah, we're in the back of the house on this one. So the computers back here are all hardwired, but everything else in the house is Bluetooth. It's all wireless Wi-Fi, whatever you want to call it. It's what it is. And it all works great. I mean, all the TVs are on, all the phones are on, and everything else is on. It's just for the station, I run hardwired system is what I do. No, Jackie, no. I'll get to the news. I'm sorry. Hey, sometimes we start off with stuff. Well, no. So I watched. I watched as much as I could watch. So I watched some, stop watching some, watch some, stop watching some, watch some, stop watching some, so on and so forth. An hour and 48 minutes is just too much for me. I like her. An hour and 48 minutes is a long time. Yes, it's just I didn't sit there. Besides, I had other things to do, and I knew everybody and their mama was going to have all the highlights and all the important stuff out of it. But there wasn't nothing there I really didn't expect. I mean, the Dem acted like the Dems normally do, booing pretty much everything. We had Omar over there acting like she's a Somali pirate or something, screaming and cussing and calling a Trump murderer
and picking her nose.
I mean, she's just a mess and a half. No, Jack, I mean, she's a mess. No, but I'll be in California. Why? Hit me up in an email and we'll talk about it. Download was 66766. Upload was 920.22. Download's a little slow tonight. Fucking upload is smoking, baby. It's smoking fast. when I do uploads, I'm doing 2 gig, 3 gig uploads right off the video feeds, and they're going up in like 4 seconds, 3 seconds. It's outrageous. It's sometimes it's even aggravating a little bit. We're just talking about bandwidth speeds on our computers because there's such good stuff out there for such good prices now. In a day, this would have cost you money. I remember when I got my first T1 line, that bitch was like $250 a month back in the day.
Yeah, they were cheap.
And then a friend of mine gave me access to a T3 line out of a college research group, which, matter of fact, I still have connection with even today. And I mean, not internet connection, but a connection with the people. And I was like, wow, this is so fast. Today, that would be like going backwards. I mean, like literally walking backwards. Yeah, I mean, it would be like really, 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 really slow.
Think about if we had to go back to telephone modems. Jesus. All that weird noise.
There's a cover computer almost didn't make it to their life cycle because of those modems. Because, man, sometimes they get to binging and pinging and popping and still wouldn't be connected. And you're kind of like, and then you had to find somebody to connect with.
When we first connected, we had to physically take a phone handset, a landline handset, and plug it into the modem. And it only went in one way, earpiece one side, mic side on the other. And then you had to turn that on, then turn your computer on, and then go connect. And then either you dialed, and later on they had auto dialers, and it would dial this particular phone number. That's where the internet was, and it would make this god awful screeching noise. And then
Jack.
Would eventually connect.
the second generation was just a little thing. You plugged each side of the phone line, and one side for your modem in your computer, one side was going back to your phone. Yeah,
it was a godsend when they eventually put the phone plug in the computer, so you could go right from the wall.
Yep. Eventually,
into the computer, and boom, and avoid.
And you can still find them.
It still made the noise, though.
It still made a noise. They wanted, because it took so long. They wanted you to know something was going on. I mean, literally, they didn't need the noise. No, there's no moving parts of electronics, my friend. It's upside.
And it wasn't even a cool noise, like the Enterprise when they keep it down. At least
they needed to keep your attention. Yeah, because sometimes it took a little while to connect. I had AOL and NetZero. That's the two I used, was AOL and NetZero.
At that time though, my father had already had access to that network when he was working with EG&G in the Department of the Navy. So
good coffee. So what do you mean my favorite moment? My favorite moment was Trump talking over Omar. I mean, there was a lot of good things. I never understood all the fuss about the hockey team. It still doesn't even make any sense to me.
But almost every president in the past has done that when there's been an Olympics. And even Obama did it. Even Biden did it. So
but I'm watching The View. But he didn't invite anybody else. He invited the girls' hockey team. They said no. They had better things to do. I mean,
no, they had a previous engagement they couldn't break. Yes. That was their excuse.
Okay, you're the president of the United States. You break any engagement, and nobody's going to tell you.
This is the thing. None of the news, even Fox didn't broadcast this. What the girls team actually said in their note was, "We would love to go, but we have a previous engagement that we can't break." But if they didn't have that previous engagement, they would have been there.
Well, 100%. The View wouldn't. It's not what The View's telling you. The View, of course, it's The View.
Well, of course, it's ABC and it's The View. The View is a bunch of idiots.
Michael, no, I mean, he came off good. So if you're looking at the polling numbers were fabulous. I think I got some clipped up somewhere, but no, I mean, he did. So going in, speech watchers, as they call them, going in, he was like 50%. Coming out, he was 64%. But wait, it gets far worse for the Democrats than that. So CBS said 75% of the people who watched the speech felt uplifted. Holy shit. I mean, that's just holy shit. CNN said 64% of the people said that the country is definitely headed in the right direction.
Yes, and I'll bet you 17% of the Democrats felt not uplifted, but groped.
But these are the best numbers. So 93% of Democrats, 93% of Republicans said, yeehaw, it made it feel good, made it feel uplifted, and which would you expect? You know, what you didn't expect is 43% of the Democrats said it was. 71% of independents did, by the way, but 43% of Democrats.
God, that's almost half.
Guys, that means you I don't know what y'all going to give me, and I have a party after this midterm.
I don't think they're winning much, if anything at all, except for in distinctly blue areas that are already blue.
Well, I mean, they've always got some kind of dirty trick. I mean, they've done it a couple times. They've
But do you
used
see them flipping the
shutdowns.
script? And I mean, the Republicans are literally scrambling right now, and that's where Trump went today. Texas, they're worried that Texas is going to flip with this. What's her face, Crockett?
No, Crockett's not getting. They're not worried about Crockett. Some preacher guy.
No, what they're worried about. I mean, she's part of it, and they're worried about the.
Last I heard, she wasn't even in the running.
But she may not be competitively in the running, but she is running, is she not? I thought she was.
Yes, she is. Yes, she's running. But there's some guy. She has
no. I know she has no chance in hell of winning, but the fact that she's in there, I think, is enough to skew enough votes that it might be too close, and the Republicans are panicking because of it.
I ain't seen Republicans panicking. Last I checked, Republicans were like 16 points ahead.
No, I don't think in Texas. No, there's been some weird. Who was it that was analyzing? It must have been Fox. They said something to the effect that the two guys or three guys out of the GOP that are trying to go for the same seat. If one of them goes, Crockett's involvement will lose the fight for the Republicans. But if the other two go to the nomination, then it's more than likely that the Republicans will keep it. That's what they were spinning on it.
So I'm just even confused about all of that, because until there's somebody wins the primary and someone is selected to run,
right? That's exactly the thing. So there were just like three dudes, and I don't remember the dude's name, but they picked out this one GOP dude and said if he gets the nominee or goes up to the nominee, then it's likely that it's going to be very, very close, possibly a loss for Republicans. But if the other two Republican nominees go to the primary, then it's more than likely that the Democrats, no matter who they nominate, they're not going to win. So the Republicans got it if the other two guys get and those two guys are also in the lead, by the way. So it would take a miracle of snowball's chance in hell for that third guy to even be the nominee to begin with. But if it happens, it's going to be a close shave, they say.
Your girlfriend jumped in and is endorsing Jasmine. Kamala endorsing
Cardi
Jasmine.
B. Yeah,
look at that. She's and look at this. Wait, she's not really dressed like that, right? Let me see.
Yeah, her boobs are hanging out.
No, not this. No, this is what I'm talking about. Hold on. Where's the room at? Oh, I don't know if I'm in the right thing to bring it to the room. Damn it. Where am I? Where's the damn room at?
It's right
here. I hate when I go lose the damn thing somewhere. It's like, where'd it go, man? Where'd it go? I know it's right here. Okay, let's see. Is it going to let me in this? No, we don't want that. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Now, this is a far cry from how she usually dresses. Okay, look at that big mouth.
And we're not seeing much.
Yeah, we will in a second. As soon as I get back to wherever I was.
Kick that cookies thing. Accept all cookies.
Damn it. Damn it, where'd she go now?
If you're on the studio page, it'll say go to the page you're on. You can just click the link and it popped it right onto it. Did you know that?
No,
go back to the studio.
I am
in the studio. There should be right up at the top under news on the flip side. There'll be a little blue link. Go to or stop sharing.
Let me do jack squat.
Hmm?
And let me do anything. I don't know. I'm probably in the wrong place. That's probably all. But the problem is for some reason I'm not seeing it on my. It should be on one of the pages as a thing. There it is, right there. That's why I couldn't find it. Okay, get out of here. Now what the hell? There she is. There, look.
Did she go out jogging?
I don't know. I've never seen her dressed like this. She's trying to be ordinary woman now. She's got off the ghetto thing, man. She don't even have those long sticky nails anymore. They're all cut off and smooth.
So does Cardi B.
She's look at my dad, Crockett. Well, because she's not going to win in Texas talking like a ghetto girl. It worked for her district, but for the whole state, it's just not going to work. No, I've been seeing lots of little stuff like that and pantsuits and stuff. She's trying to change the image, well, because she has to. I mean, if she wants to win, she can't go around looking like an idiot. And if I was her, I would have turned Kamala Harris's endorsement down. I really would have. I'd have said, Miss Harris, that's okay, baby. I really appreciate your endorsement, but I don't think we need it at this time. Well, because I mean, she's got a lot of baggage with her, and she gets more baggage every time she opens her mouth. And then she's now they're comparing her and AOC like the two same idiots. No, really. I mean, I was listening to the regular news the other night saying, "Oh my God, poor even Major Garrett, that idiot, was trying to spin AOC, and I'm not kidding you. The guy sitting across from him, whatever that little table thing he does, just started laughing. And Garrett's like, "What?" He said, "No, man, come on, dude. I mean, come on." I mean, there's no spinning it. She sounded like an idiot. And when you sit there and go, da, ooh, mama, muma, mima, it doesn't work.
It sounded like she was grasping for some way to spin it so it was negative for Trump, but she couldn't.
Jack, you see how I used so when you're talking like these, there's lots of little things like that you're not supposed to use. You can do pauses and stuff, but you're not supposed to, things like that. And that's bad caca. I learned it the hard way by shooting for a TV group on a particular sci-fi thing. And the guy said, "Stop that." I'm like, "What?" I said, "Stop what?" He said, "Yeah, you see, it's a habit. Stop it." And after about an hour, him telling me to stop it, I realized I was doing it. Because Coast Coast and them don't care. And it doesn't really come off like that on Coast Coast, but when you're doing TV, it does. Because and it makes you look kind of like ignorant. You don't want to look ignorant. No, you don't. I really, all I can say is in this particular thing, the Democrats got their ass kicked. The Virginia girl sounded just like that, a Virginia girl. Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Sounded just like, like a whiny, little bitch that got slapped around. There's nothing the Democrats said or did that made him look any good. All that sitting down and not standing for almost anything made him look even worse. Yeah,
Plus,
when
they've got partial shutdown of the government down again, so they're losing points every day.
When people stop, that's right. I'm gonna be flying pretty soon. Some bitches need to get your shit together. I don't want to be standing in line for 3 hours to go on an airplane. With some. Oh no, they've been catching people at TSA lately. They've been some wacko crazy people. And who was that just recently that tried to break into Mar-a-Lago with a 5-gallon thing of gas and a shotgun?
He had a shotgun and a gallon of gasoline, and he got
was
killed.
It a gallon?
Gallon of gasoline, yeah. Can of gasoline. He got shot and killed by the Secret Service.
Well, who knows what it is? Yeah, see, that's when I read it the first time. They said it was one of them 5-gallon orange cans, but I never saw a picture of it. And that's a lot of gas for anybody to carry around.
Shotgun afterwards, but still, the story is that they were after repeated orders to drop the weapon, he raised it. He dropped the gas can and started to raise the shotgun. That's when they shot him.
No, they can't wait for him to shoot doofus.
No, with the shotgun.
And I don't know how big the guy is, but 5-gallon gas is not exactly light. I mean, it's a big chunk of gasoline you're toting around. Yeah, and it's sloshing and moving. It's awkward. If you don't have it sealed, it's spilling out on shit. And
burn your skin too.
Yes, I've had to mess around with 5-gallon. Well, that's what I keep for any. I don't have my ride no more anymore because I have somebody else cut the grass. But it's they always kept. Well, even for the regular lawnmower guts down there, I got a 5-gallon can because you don't have to go to gas as much. Yeah, that's good for me for the whole season, pretty much. And, I got a couple of gas products, but everything's mostly electric these days. I ain't even gonna lie. A friend of mine tried to give me an electric riding mower the other day. I was like, no. Oh, you ought to take it. It's so cool. I'm like, no. I said, my electric bill is high enough. Thank you. He's like, no, really? I was like, no, thank you. Yeah, Ronnie, I've seen those ones that go around and cut the grass for you. The ones that vacuum your house for you. Yeah, they're okay.
There's a new one out that's allegedly radar controlled or something.
They got a video feed that shows you someone getting destroyed, running down in front of traffic and shit, running off the bayous and stuff. One of them, Oh no, a Dalmatian got to one of them, started throwing them down, and just destroyed it. Don't know how the dog getting lose a nose from the blade, but they somehow the blade cuts the grass, but it's not sharp because they said it's kid safe. You could pick it up if you were a kid. I was like, what?
So it might be like a string, like a
No, it looks like
weed
a
whacker
solid. It looks like a solid blade, but it don't look like steel. It looks like it's some kind of composite.
or plastic. Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Sharp plastic spin at the right speed might, take a ditch, especially a little one. I wouldn't risk it, people. I wouldn't let your kids go picking them up. No. the vacuums are fine. The little run around mowers, I might leave them alone. No, the one he has, it's not like it's like a triple mower. It's got a big battery, fits right in the middle. But you do like it brings up the area, and you do a map of where you want it to go, and it goes in. And it knows hazards and stuff like that. It won't run off on down the boat launch or nothing like that, or in the bayou or something. It stays right on whatever you paint that red line to be. Yeah. So if you've got like a water hazard, you need to paint the line in like a foot or something, maybe 2. Lazy ass. That's what a weed whacker's for. But anyway, y'all keep sidetracking. I'm gonna try to get into news. Y'all keep sidetracking me. So Uncle Bill and Uncle Hillary went and gave their little speeches today or yesterday and today.
Yeah.
So they gave their depositions and they told everybody how they love us and how kind they are and how none of them really knew anything about Epstein. Hillary's never even met the man. Oh no, Hillary never even met.
Well, I don't know. She says even to because she talked to the press afterwards. She even said that, I knew Ghislaine, but only in passing, as a passing acquaintance. Really? Why was she at your daughter's wedding?
Yes.
How many passing acquaintances come to your daughter's wedding?
Yes.
Answer that question. Come on. She's such a bold-faced liar. I couldn't believe a word she said. I wouldn't be surprised if her entire testimony was nothing but farce.
What are you talking about? Oh, Epstein's Jewish. I'm pretty sure.
Well, he's also dead.
Yeah, it is. Well, no. I know what you mean. Well, yes, her husband is Jewish. Yes. You're talking about Chelsea? Yes. And I think he's in the financial stuff too, just like Epstein was.
And he's probably in the files too, just like
her
father is.
Oh man, people keep. There's been at least 7 or 8 people now that have stepped down from different positions. Yes. No, so I don't know. Really haven't heard all that much about what exactly Uncle Bill said. I know I can't remember the senator's name or the congressman's name. Said the video and the deposition will be coming out pretty soon, so we'll get to see that. I'm telling you why they did this. They want them on record because they know sooner or later the smoking gun's going to come out. Bill here, and they pretty much got Bill. Bill's been in the pool. Bill was there. He can't say he wasn't by the underage kids because they got a picture of him, or more than one from what I hear. So he can't really escape that one. He can say he didn't do anything and he was innocent, and as long as none of the victims come out and say anything, there's really not much you can do because Epstein is dead. No, unless he confesses, you have to have one of the witnesses come forward and say that he did. Well, see, that's another thing. So you're talking about the one that they want Trump to go up for? No, because this is what happened with that one. In 2019, this was given to them just before the 2020 election. That this girl said that this happened. And the way I originally heard the story, it wasn't even a girl that gave it to him, it was some guy that gave it to him. And this happened in 1980, by the way. So Trump and him did this. I'm not sure why Trump would have turned him in if Trump would have been involved with it, because Epstein would have just said, hey, he was there too. So that would have been risky business.
It's in the legacy news that it was a falling out between business affairs. I don't think so.
No, they know it's not what it is. They know exactly what it is.
They're saying on the news today that it was a falling out between. I don't think that's the correct.
Wait, who was a falling out on business affairs?
Trump and Epstein.
No, I don't even know why they said that. They never did business together. Both of them said they never did business together.
I know it was a lie.
So I'm not sure. Well, no, they already know. I don't even know why anybody would try to spin that any other way than what it actually the way it went down. So, we know that he threw him out of Mar-a-Lago because he was trying to get hold of 2 of his girls over there. One of them was a pool girl. That's the one that reported him. to Trump. And Trump in 2006, according to the sheriff, Trump's the one who turned Epstein in. So, you know, here you get the guy that kicked him out of his thing, said, I don't have anything to fucking do with you anymore, you pervert. And just get out. Don't come back. You're not allowed here in Mar-a-Lago ever again. That's pretty harsh, man. I mean, especially for somebody who's supposed to have the goods on you, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, Epstein's supposed to have the goods on this guy. So why would you take that chance? And then he turns around a little later, 2-3 years later, 4 years later, and turns him in completely. Basically what he said was, I know there's got to be some stuff going on there. You need to get hold of her because she's evil, and Andrew could also help you with what's going on. That was his word. That's what the cop said. He said, and the cop's still alive and still can be talked to. I know, ain't that a bitch for the Democrats?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, but to make it worse, because you know, I mean,
how can it get worse?
Well, no, to make it worse for the Democrats anyway. The girl is dead, and Epstein is dead. There's nobody to investigate. There's no one to even press the charges. There's no one to even validate it. Everybody is fucking dead but Trump.
Well, and the only other
Last
one person
man
who
standing.
can go up on charges is already in jail for those exact same charges anyway. So, right?
Well, yeah. Well, no, she didn't say Goodell had anything to do with it. She just said that
she's still in jail for over this thing.
Yeah, I know, but she said the girl said, or the guy said the girl said that Trump and Epstein came in, and it was in 1980. I think she was 16 or something, 15 or something, and raped her. And that's what she said. Or that's what the story gets weird because some people say, "Oh, she went and said," but no, I don't think so because I think either she was dead or something else was going on. And they said there was a friend of hers that turned it in. So we'll have to get the down low on that to make sure, but the rest of it's right on the money. And so the problem is here. And remember, every other victim said Trump had nothing to do with it and was never seen there. Or ever seen with and the other girl that they accused him was Virginia, and she went on and gave a deposition in front of a grand jury and said, no, it never happened. So, I mean, you got the cop saying he's the one that turned him in. You got him throwing out the guy out of Mar-a-Lago. I mean, I don't know what else you want from the guy. And if this was anybody else, he'd be a fucking hero. Oh, yeah, if he was turning in Epstein and shit. And no, because the Democrats don't have anything. They just look at it like this. They've been having a hard time holding it. Yesterday, they just got kicked squarely in the nuts. I mean, they're bent over today holding their balls. That's how bad it was. And I've heard several Democrats go ballistic over this shit. And I have heard several Democrats actually say that Trump did a good job on the speech. Even Nancy Pelosi's longest thing was it was theatrical or something, whatever she said. She didn't even go on a rampage herself, which is odd.
But she wasn't even in the room. So what does it matter what her opinion was?
I don't know. I was confused about that too, because Trump asked one time because somebody else, Pocahontas stood up and he asked if Nancy was standing up.
Yeah. And then he goes, is she even in the room?
Yeah. And I don't remember seeing her in the room, to be honest with you. So I'm not 100%.
She wasn't there.
It's John Fetterman shook his hand, Jimmy, yeah, when he came up. Because he's the president of the United States, you should shake his hand. Just because you don't like the man, I don't mean you can't shake his hand. You have to it's having respect for the office, not necessarily the person, but the office. He's not going to be there forever. And you're setting a precedent in the way you're doing this. So the next president, this started with the great divider in chief, Obama. The Democrats decided that they were going to change the way elections were held and how things were done and be nasty and do this and do that and hate on everybody and just go DEI full blast and tell everybody in the country how they were going to live and what they were going to do, what they could listen to and what they could see in social media. And of course, the country was like, yeah, I don't fucking think so. See, again, Americans, and this should wake y'all up. America is not a country of immigrants. I hear people say this all the time. America is a country of explorers and colonizers. That's our bread and butter. That's who made us. We weren't a bunch of immigrants coming over in a day. We were coming to explore. We were coming to find gold and to build homes and to build cities. We weren't here just to be some lonely immigrant that was thrown out their fucking country. That's not what we were. And it's hard sometimes. I think the kids forget because they hear, oh, it's this body's land. No, they're not. Okay, you lose the war. It's no longer your fucking land. Sorry, guys. This is the way the world works. We didn't make the rules, but guess what? At the moment, and one day we may be the ones on the bottom of the totem pole. We have been in the past. Right now, we're not. And what do you think? All of a sudden, America's going to be nice, and the rest of the world's going to say, oh, "Okay, well, America got rid of all of its weapons. We'll play nice with them." Yeah, sure they will. Tomorrow, half y'all be speaking Japanese. Chinese.
If we're not careful, yeah, that could happen.
Damn, someone went down the wrong side on that one.
Oops.
Well, I mean, right now, China wants to take over. They want to rule the world. Well, at least they think they do.
Or they at least want to have their products sold to every country in the world.
Well, stop being an ass and you can have that happen. You had that on your way until you started acting like an ass. We're getting money, so let's build aircraft carriers. Let's build nuclear weapons. Well,
China, from the times of their manufacturing things in the 70s till today, has improved greatly. They actually made some pretty cool, neat, collectible things. Things that sell well here in America, especially at like conventions like Dragon Con, like you go to, and that kind of thing. So they really dropped the ball on that. If they were smart, they would play ball with Donald Trump, or at least our government. They don't necessarily look. I forget who it was that said it. It was one of the senators, and I think it was a Democratic senator too. By the way, they said you don't have to like the person in the office, but you have to respect the office.
Yes, you do. That's what you have to do.
And the Democrats just simply aren't. I mean, that's just. I mean, you just look at the way that they're constantly. Whatever Trump does, they find a way to just be completely anti. Whatever they're being contrary for the sake of being contrary, not because it's the right thing to do.
Ouch. All right, guys. Well, we're going to go on break here in a second. Let me find this. Oh, this is my favorite thing to play lately. Okay. Why Steve Fisher, shut the bleep up. How's that? Hey, John, what you want to see? I'll play it. Oh, I do have that. Actually, what are you, like Psycho or something? No, Marty. I mean, you said that, and I looked down and I see Eurykio Iglesias. I'm a freak. Yeah. Well, we got a lot of time tonight, so maybe we'll play. Maybe we'll play some back to back. But we're gonna play. My favorite song is "Fuck the Woke." Fuck the Woke. Actually, the name of the band is Six Gun Siren. Serene or Siren.
It's probably it's an AI band, though, isn't it?
No, I don't know if it is actually. I thought it was, but then somebody the other day said, "No, it's not." So, are you sure? And because
the video was 100% AI. So
it's let's see, explicit content. It gives the actress's name. I don't know what the hell this is. Oh, this is lyrics. Okay, I was like, what? And this is the guys who mixed the video. Come on, people. Just, by law, they're supposed to tell you what it is. In case you didn't know that, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, well, because some things are completely obvious and some things, not as much. But anyway, well, you know what? Give us a thumbs up, a thumbs down on whether you think it's AI or some combination or just stupid people. Yeah, we don't care. I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice. No, really. Yeah, send us what you think. Well, because of the way how quickly it was made, I want to think it's AI, but you never know. They've got a lot of big booby girls running around look just like her. So I'm from the South. That's a dime a dozen. That ain't like to you. I'm sorry, it just is. I didn't mean any slight towards any women or anything. It's just it's a common theme down here. Long legs, big boobs, long hair, usually blonde. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just something them country boys like. No, I like my women mysterious, dark haired. Yeah. Anyway, on that note, we're gonna go to break, and I'm gonna go cough my brains out for some more because apparently I was eating on something I shouldn't have been or something. But anyway, let me. That's retarded, Jack. Yeah, that's we can't even on this show I can't say that retardedness now. And that's pretty sad because we say just about anything on here. Yes. No, really, we do. We're pretty bad about saying stuff on here. But anyway.
Yes, we're not quite entirely sane.
We're going to play this song. We'll probably play another one back to back, and then we'll be back from break. And then we'll get into touch a little bit more on Epstein because there's not that much to touch on except for a couple people who recently resigned. And then maybe we'll talk a little bit about Iran and some other stuff that's going on. And maybe Elon said something about we didn't go to the moon.
Oh, come on.
So anyway, on that note, we'll leave y'all flibbling and thinking about that for a few minutes. And we'll see you in about 7 or 8 minutes. Take a break.
Yeah. Y'all preach peace with a fist in the air, huh? Funny how tolerance turns into a witch hunt. Well, I ain't playing nice no more. Cheering on death, you belong in a cage. Preaching love, but you're breathing rage. You say cancel this, cancel that. Think you're a woman, but your chest is flat. Preaching freedom while you're chaining my tongue. I'll keep fighting to the last breath from my lung. Calling everyone Nazis and fascists. There's something wrong with your brain. Comparing yourself to Holocaust victims. Damn, you people are insane. Fuck the world. They don't want peace, they want control. Fuck the world. Trying to break my heart, my soul. Fuck the world. Letting fires just to watch them burn. Fuck the world. It's our time, now the tide gon' turn. They don't want peace, they want control. Trying to break my heart, my soul. Cutting up kids, genitals, thinking that's right. We ain't going down without a fight. You don't heal, you rot and spread. Woke's cancer, it kills instead. They divide us black, white, red, or blue. But hate look the same, no matter the view. Hair, skin color, we're all the same. But these woke little cunts trying to divide and blame. Fuck the world. They don't want peace, they want control. Fuck the world. Trying to break my heart, my soul. Fuck the world. Lighting fires just to watch them burn. Fuck the world. It's our time, now the tide gon' turn. You say inclusion, but you cut me out. You say compassion, but you scream and shout. You say justice, but you kill the debate. Truth don't live where your hate creates. Fuck the world. They don't want peace, they want control. Fuck the world. Trying to break my heart, my soul. Fuck the world. Lighting fires just to watch them burn. Fuck the world. It's our time, now the tide gon' turn. Yeah. You can try and cancel me.
What happened? Something go exploded? You lost the screen there. You're muted from that camera. Wow. Oh, there we are at the stage. There he is.
Hey, what happened?
You got bumped out and all kinds of weirdness occurred.
What are you talking about? I was listening to the music. What's going on there?
Mercury on the retrograde, man. I don't know. I was on another page and everything went silent, so I came back and took a look.
Okay. Well, no, I mean, something got clicked. That's what happened. Anyway, let's see what's going on here.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys and girls. Not sure what the hell happened there.
Well, I was stuck in 10 forward with the Vulcan delegation, the most boring celebration in the United Federation. The Klingons and the Romulans were trying to be polite. Not even William Wright suckers getting lucky here tonight. That's when the idea struck me. I let Ghana know the score, and I found the nearest holodeck and opened up the door. Computer, give me disco. Put some glitter on the screen. I want the funkiest roller program that this ship has ever seen. Synthesize the rhythm, make the polyester shine. Kill the lights and set the star date to 1979. The sensors overloaded, my terminal exploded. The disco hologram was suddenly uploaded. It reached communication like a bug simulation. That funky, nasty bass line was played at every station. Inertial dampeners failing, the diplomats were wailing. The loudest sound the quadrants ever heard was auto-scaling. The doctor started tapping, the captain started rapping. The buttons of their uniforms were literally snapping. No way to isolate it, we had to celebrate it. I invited everyone on board and no one hesitated. The prime directive is to dance, and forward never stood a chance. The holodeck just took control, now let the groove into your soul. Resistance is futile, you gotta let go. Engage the dance floor and make it so. The prime directive is to dance, avert all power to the trance. Computer, blast that bass again, let's take this party to war 10. Now Scotty's in the DJ booth. He's remixing the sound. Q's rolling up a fat one. Don't believe me? Ask around. Uhura's crack the frequency. Now the funk's on all the comms. She's dropping subspace baseline beats like they were photon bombs. Data's doing the robot. Kurt just ripped off the shirt. Murphy's doing the hustle. So he ate all the dessert. The doctor's overriding all his ethical subroutines. Saw him popping hollow pills and snorting lines with the breed. Janeway spiked the coffee with some nebula delight. And I heard her threaten to kill whoever don't get down tonight. It's red alert on every deck. Got Tuvok pinching every neck. Ferengi women are turning tricks. The Borg just plugged into the mix. They're scanning us from deep in space. They wanna come to rock this place. Forget the rules and regulations. United Bunker Federation. The prime directive is to dance, and forward never stood a chance. The holodeck just took control. Now let the groove into your soul. Resistance is futile. You gotta let go. Engage the dance floor and make it so. The prime directive is to dance. Avert all power to the trance. Computer, blast that bass again. Let's take this party to war 10. Calling the Enterprise. Beam me up. Calling Voyager. Beam me up. Deep Space Nine. Are you feeling fine? This is Deep Space Nine. We're feeling fine.
Captain, the funk is reading off the scale. Dopamine levels at 100%. Inhibitions at 0. It is highly illogical. It is fascinating.
The prime directive is to dance, and forward never stood a chance. The holodeck just took control. Now let the groove into your soul. Resistance is futile. You gotta let go. Engage the dance floor and make it so. The prime directive is to dance. Divert all power to the trance. Computer, blast that bass again. Let's take this party to war 10. The prime directive is to dance. Set phases to funk. O'Brien energize. Set phases to funk.
Hailing frequencies open, Captain. Damn it, Jim. I'm a
Jim.
doctor, not the DJ. Live long and get down.
Wow. One night we're gonna have to go through there and see who's here and all of that. They got a lot of different. I mean, they got everybody in it, but it's weird how they do some of them. When I first seen the Diamond, I didn't think they had the Discovery crew in there, but they do. Yeah, they got the Discovery crew in there. They got every crew, but the last they got Jay's favorite show, Stargate. Not Stargate. I'm sorry. Star Trek.
That's one of my favorites. I do like that one.
No, I mean Star Trek Academy. By the way, people, before we get into more real news, Picard. First off, Kirk gave a scathing review the other day. So there was this review. It was a clip we played. I was like, well, I can't really be him, but it really looked like him. Well, somebody called him. The guy's like 94. They called him somewhere, and they asked him, and he said, "Yeah, it was me. I didn't really like." So Picard came out with a fucking scathing, even worse than what Kirk said. I mean, he just was like, he said, Gene Biden would not think this is funny. He said, there's a difference between being progressive and being woke. He said, this is just woke bullshit. I mean, he was hard on her ass. But somebody made a point. I mean, this is his life, 7 seasons, 4 movies. He wanted the Federation is supposed to instill hope, not disaster. I mean, it's like Discovery most of the time. You're thinking, what kind of disaster is Starfleet now? And here we are in 29th century. It's just a disaster. That's not Starfleet. That's not what Gene Roddenberry was writing about. He was writing about hope for the future. Mm-hmm. So Star Trek is seriously lost. I mean, they got all kind of fucked up things.
Some TV show said today they I haven't watched since episode 4 anyway because I heard about this. They said they have a gay Klingon, the first gay Klingon, and I said no, it's the second one because the other one is like she's a hybrid Klingon, but she's Klingon and she's also.
But that's true. She's also gay.
There's 2 Klingons on board that are gay, and it's just what?
Oh my god, 2 gay Klingons. I'm still not. I don't know where the Jim Hadar female comes. I mean, it's something they can write in somewhere because of the burn, but there are. Before anybody asks, no, there are no Jim Hadar females. They were a created clone race. Yes, that was hooked on tetracell white. Right?
Tetracell white.
Yeah. So, so I imagine once the burn came, maybe they couldn't get back to the tetracell. Maybe they had to create a female so that they could breed. I don't know why they wouldn't have cloning abilities, but I guess shit happens. But then that. I guess if the Jim Hadar is going to hook up with anybody, I guess it would be a Klingon. I mean, Klingons are dickheads just like the Jim Hadar, so I just can't see a gay one. Look, so it looks like after the burn, at least his family wasn't really living with the Klingons. They were like planet hopping, doing things. So maybe nobody really noticed him, but if you would have grown up in like a Klingon city as a gay Klingon, I think they'd beat the living shit out of you. I don't want to sound insensitive or anything, but I think they'd beat the living shit out of you. I mean, as it was, his dad looked like he wanted to beat the living shit out of him. And then, there's these other questions. Are you still going to have these issues in the future? I would imagine you could adjust genes long before a baby's born and there won't be any of these issues. I'm just no, fuck you, Frank. Nobody's born gay. It's a choice you have to make. Oh, they could be mitigating circumstances all day long. That's not what I'm talking about. But you can ask any psychologist. You may have a predisposition for it, but sooner or later, you have to make the choice. There's nothing driving you from your psychologist, from the id that makes you do this. You have to make the choice. I can prove it. What is it? 62, 65% of the people who are gay go back straight within a decade.
I think you said it was 70. Well, actually, it was of all the transgender who have the full surgery and go all the way.
That's a whole different thing.
That's 74% of them want to within a year want to come back.
Frank, no, Frank. All these stats these are public stats. You don't have to take our word for this. Just unfortunately, so being from New Orleans, I don't really have anything against gays. It's not a thing to me. It's just people, because just what you see them down here all the time. You don't really think about them being gay. You just think about them being some fucked up, wacko, crazy asshole from New Orleans, like all the rest of us. You just don't. It's like blacks. There's no real color in the French Quarter. Unless somebody's looking for trouble, there's just no real color. Everybody's just there to have a good time. And the same with the gays. So it's not really a thing. So there's not really a bunch of hostility towards anybody like that. We don't, like I said, we don't really care if you're gay, but you go other places and that changes quickly. And when you're raised to look at it, you leave it alone. You don't really care. But when you don't, oh yeah, you're going to be attacked anywhere. Not in New Orleans. It just doesn't seem to be any violence on gays in New Orleans. But the point, getting back to what we were talking about, is this going to be the same way in 100 years? Will they even be this segment of our population? I mean, they've already talked about certain types of crimes. They'll be able to breed out of you. They'll be able to adjust your gene. They'll be able to find it in your gene and be able to remove it. So if there is a predisposition for being gay, it could be removed pre-birth. And then you would never have to go through any of that. And don't get mad at me, but I know a lot. I've got several gay friends and gay family members, and I know it was tough going. It is still tough for them. So why would you put your kid through that if you didn't have to? The point being is more than likely in the future, the gay population isn't going to grow. It's going to probably shrink to basically nothing. Unless you're one of those races that don't care, but the Federation's not going to be like that. It's not how they have their children. Their children are looked over and adjusted where they need to be. The only thing the Federation don't allow is alterations of a genetic thing. In other words, like giving you super eyes or superpowers or something along those lines. Yeah, and that's only because of what? The Clone Wars?
Well, the eugenics wars.
Yeah, the eugenics wars. Thank you. You don't remember Khan?
Which actually they haven't happened to us yet. So.
Yes. Yeah. And then,
nor has World War III. So.
And then we have to go to this for this Star Trek to even exist. We have to go 900 years into the future. 800, whatever it is. And then we have to have a big major disaster that wiped out the entire Federation. Yes, the entire Federation.
They're in the 29th century. So they're 800 years ahead of us.
So there's a couple of issues here. First off, there's actually Star Trek lore for this particular time period. Yes, how do you like that shit? The first one you can, the easiest one to probably remember would be from Star Trek Enterprise, when Daniels takes Bakula into the future, and when he gets there, the future is destroyed. Because I still remember Scott reading the Romulan story. And no, maybe you shouldn't read that. Give me the damn book back. Put the damn thing down. But the point being is, so they got that. But then we have even better, because we have the Doctor, whose mobile emitter comes from the 29th century.
Right. Yeah. Hollow emitter.
So we know these two things, and we know technology there, and we know some of the things that came from there, like Daniels. And Daniels doesn't look like there was no great burn. You see that? That's and then later on, of course, the technology we're talking about for the Doctor a little bit later, but they don't look like there's any burn. And then there's another one. So each one of these is different Star Trek. So this next one is actually from Picard, or not from Picard, from Enterprise. No, what was it called? Generations. It was from Generations. So some guy stole a time ship from some guy traveling in the past and went back halfway to the future, to Picard's future, and was trying to collect technology to bring back to his future so he could be rich. But the ship was from the 29th century.
Yeah, that was the same guy that played
the big, tall, goofy guy. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, he played Max Headroom.
Oh shit, did he? It's no. So I mean, in each one of these times, yeah, there was time involved. Yes. But this lore is what I'm saying. So there's a set time lore there. So we basically have an idea of what was going on in that century, and it wasn't a big burn. So that's just something they threw in there, because Discovery, this is the fucked up part about Discovery. I watched Discovery as Star Trek the first time and hated it. This is just fucking pathetic. Because they took so many leads. First off, the Klingon War wasn't started by this chick. Sorry. That's not what happened. And, Kirk was also involved, and you didn't really see him anywhere. So, there was just so much stuff. And then the sister, the fact that he was Spock's sister, and nowhere in any of his 3 seasons with Kirk, the 12 movies, 11 movies with Kirk.
14, I
And
believe,
then-
of the original series. Yeah, original series,
and
The Next
then-
Generation is 14.
And then let's not forget, people, he appeared in Abrams' new universe. So I don't know, people. I mean, it was the Vulcans were pretty well written about. The lore is there. That's the problem. That's why they had to come up with the Calvin universe for Star Trek to help sell more movies, because they needed new characters to play the old characters. Calvin universe is, I guess, it's just kind of stupid that the Vulcans don't exist anymore. And that's another thing. In the burn time, they're not even called Vulcan anymore. I think it's called Navari or something. And I don't know if it's the same world or not. I don't think it is. It just the whole thing just seems like a mess. So now I noticed the redhead from Discovery was in I keep wanting to call it Awakening, in the Academy. Oh yeah, she's something else. That's a big, tall girl, man. All the reviews I have personally seen for Academy were not good. If I had to rate it 0 to 10, I'd give it a 6. I don't find it completely offensive or horrible. It is taking some rather deep woke views, but because progressivism helps you to learn things, being woke is like you're being beat over the head with political views. Nobody wants that. It's the biggest complaint they have right now. Oh, major changes to the Whopper. Yes, it's getting a new bun in a box. I know, isn't that sweet?
What?
It's getting a new bun, a new box. It's getting a new bun, a box, and creamier mayonnaise. That's what it's
Creamier mayonnaise.
It was actually news today. Yes, I see it. It was one of the news stories.
Are they going to get rid of the nasty pickles too, or what?
Oh, that's up to you. You tell them how you want it, but
yeah,
maybe they'll use Duke's mayonnaise. Duke's is the best, people.
Yeah.
No, I used to like Blue Plate and the Hellman's, but no, I like Duke's the best. No, Duke's
is good. I like Duke's too. I've
switched
over both from Hellman's and Kraft. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I found out about Duke's. I was watching some Carolina cooking show. I'd never even heard of this shit before. And they were raving how good it was. And I hadn't even seen it in the stores. And then one day I seen the little jar and I got one. I was like, fucking hey, man. This is it. This is my thing now.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I've even been considered to try dipping French fries just in the straight Duke's mayonnaise.
Dip anything in it. Because
like this idiot French. Yep.
Well, technically mayonnaise is salad dressing anyway. So that's how it started out. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, that's how it started out, as salad dressing. Yeah, because the old timers, we'd be at somebody's house and they would get like some lettuce and a piece of tomato and a big dollop of mayonnaise and I'm like, what the is that nasty shit? You better go give me a real salad. What the fuck is that? I don't want that crap. That's just that's how they were back in the day. It was weird. No, with the Epstein thing, I don't know. They're not gonna be able to force Trump to do anything. He just sit in president. He don't have to do anything he doesn't want. Even if the Democrats win back the House, they can bitch and moan at him and hold him in contempt. But were you going to arrest the president? Were you want to start a fucking revolution? Yeah, that'd be right down the ways for a revolution there. And who's going to go arrest him? The DC police, they like Trump. They don't even like Congress, the Democrats. The fuck, I don't even think they could get the damn well, I don't know, the mayor, so Democrats, I don't know if you could even get her to go after Trump. Well, the problem is they're going to have a hard time making him sit when there's no witnesses. For there to be a crime, there has to be a witness to the crime. Can't just because somebody said something. People say shit all the time. And by the way, in that particular year, there were several accusations made, some against Trump, some against other people. The FBI ruled them all to be inconsequential. There's 2 FBIs. You got to remember, the Trump FBI did, and then the Biden FBI went over them again and found nothing there. So I don't know why Congress, because they're fucking so smart, they don't see it. Oh, we got him. Yeah. They're going to find something that the FBI missed 2 different times. So you're going to have a hard time with that. And then he's going to stand up and say, well, Epstein's did, the girls did. I don't know what to tell you. And it doesn't matter what a third party says, because that's not admissible in court.
But I still think there's going to be a lot more repercussions, and there's going to be a lot more people's jobs coming down.
Oh yeah, there's more and more coming every day. More people are dropping off. What's happening is these Democrats and these Republicans, because most of these people so far have been Democrats, are calling their friends as they're seeing their names and saying, "Hey, look, your name's here." you might want to jump out and get ahead of it. Because you got to wonder, how they all got ahead of it so fast. File hadn't been out a day and they knew about it. Oh, man.
Well, also the other thing, they keep saying that Trump's involved, Trump's part of it, and Trump's, his name is in there 10,000 times over or whatever. But do they say in what context? There's been no context as to what Trump's name has been mentioned as in passing, or they're ragging on him because he's the one that brought the empire down. They don't give us that, A, and B. If there was any exculpatory evidence, I think that's an actual legal word, exculpatory evidence that would put Trump in prison, he'd already be there.
Oh yeah,
he'd be there already.
Democrats had it for 4 years.
Yeah, exactly right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so.
No, I don't think they didn't go through this. They went through all this. This was a trial going. All this information was collected. The FBI had every piece of it. How do you think that Bondi got it? She got it from Biden's everything that Pam Bondi has, she got from Joe Biden's FBI. Everything. So there's nothing there that the FBI wasn't already aware about. And they were aware about it when Trump was president in 2019 or 2020, I think. It was like the end of 2019, just before the election. I mean, this was like just before the election this came out. Yeah. Nobody had said nothing. It happened in 1980, and nothing else was said about it. So I don't know. It doesn't sound. Well, every time I hear the press say it's a slightly different story. Yes, I'd have to look it up. I don't have anything. I'd have to actually ask. If the girl was still alive, then why wouldn't they be asking her to come up? Right? Wouldn't you have her come in front of the FBI and Congress? Or at least behind closed doors?
Or video testimony, perhaps, yeah.
I think it's funny because the accused always has the right to confront the accuser. It doesn't matter what the crime is. No, because the person could be lying. You got to remember, just because somebody says something, that doesn't make it true. It's got to be proven to be true. So look at it this way. You've got Bill Cosby, who, of course, was a Democrat. You've got Epstein, who, of course, was a Democrat. Of course, you've got Epstein also was a Democrat. And Epstein was Jewish. And then, of course, you've got Diddy, who's also a Democrat. But then there's a couple other ones. There's a couple other people in, like Dershowitz. He's also a Democrat. He's also Jewish. There's Chelsea's husband. I can't think of his name right now, but he is too. And there's just a couple of things here, but none of them really seem to be outside of the Democratic Party. This really seems to be homegrown pedophilia inside their party. Seems pretty bad. Oh no, Jack, I'm not saying 100% everybody's a Democrat, but I would say 98% is. So far, I mean, look at the list of movie stars. Not one of them were a Republican, not one. All of them were Democrats, and most of them were big Democrats, like Oprah Winfrey, and of course Joy Bayard, and let's not forget our all-knowing, all-seeing Whoopi Goldberg. They were all on the list, and many, many, many more besides that. I mean, there's a lot of people. We actually put one of the list on. I think it was last Friday. We had it actually on the page so y'all could see it. There's a lot of people in there. Well, first off, Jack, they got to prove that Pam Bondi's hiding anything. No, that's another thing. You can't just say it. You got to prove it. Yes. Oh, yes, you have to prove that. And how are you going to prove it when you don't have any evidence? I don't know. Most of this stuff, to me, is just Democrats need to do something because they're desperate. They know right now they've got a measly 13, 14% approval rating. It doesn't matter that Trump's 39% because they're 13%. And then above that, the Republicans are actually higher than that anyway. They're like 44%. So I don't know. Rubio really brought it home, and Trump brought it home last night. You're in trouble, Democrats. And I have to agree with John Fetterman. Sometimes you should just be nice. You should, when somebody says does something good, and I mean, come on, like he said, he ended 8 wars. Not one Democrat said anything. He's like, come on. He said, there's so many other things he's done since then. You know, really, he deserves credit for some of the stuff. And of course, all the Democrats are like, no, he doesn't. He needs to die like scum burn. They got TDS, Johnny. They can't fucking help themselves. They can. And, you know, the Democrats want to say that, you know, they're all up in state. Trump got to do this. Trump ain't got to do shit. He's president of a free world. And you better watch that he doesn't think you're trying to pull an attempted coup before a midterm. So you better be careful out there what you're saying, Democrats, because you all find your ass in jail somewhere. I wouldn't be fucking with him on this. He's tired of this. Every survivor, every victim has said that Trump didn't do anything. Giselle said Trump didn't do anything. The lawyer said Trump didn't do anything. All the other witnesses that have been seen there and done that, even Bill Clinton today said Trump didn't do anything.
He doesn't think Trump had anything to do with it. Exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, come the fuck on. At some point, it has to be enough is enough. And I would just put my foot down and say, there's enough. This is fucking enough of this bullshit. You're distracting from what's really going on in the country because you can't do anything. So this is the only thing you can harp on. Why? He didn't have to. Why would he answer something that nothing can be proved of? That's a waste of the president's time. If Epstein was alive or if she was alive, I'd say, okay. Gazelle's already said he didn't have anything to do with this. So there's no one that she's the only witness and she's already said no. So why would he even come on? You can't even force him on because there's nothing there to force him with. And I'm going to tell you something. Even if they win back the House, I don't know if all the Democrats are going to go for trying to impeach Trump because they're not going to win by much if they do. And I don't think they are. I think they're going to lose more seats.
Yeah, you got 43% that think his speech was motivational, or is that enough to keep them from impeaching him? It might be.
Well, I'm thinking that 43% might vote red.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's almost half of the party.
So if they're voting red for other candidates, I don't know. And you know, they were all saying, "I love the Democrats." They see how good we've done in all these elections. Well, they have done good in some local elections. That's true, but they've been losing their ass off in the governor elections. I think they're 6 seats behind right now. Yeah. So wait, what happened, guys? I think I got 19 seats all of a sudden. So it's nice. You kind of like, oh, what the fuck just happened? And the Republicans in line to maybe win 2 or 3, maybe even 4 more governorships. So you're controlling 30 governorships. You really got a good control of the country. Well, Chicago's bleeding. New York is bleeding. California is bleeding. They're just bleeding out. It's because
California almost released a three life term convicted child sex offender who kidnapped and raped, was it 9 7-year-olds?
Jesus.
Yeah, and he almost got out on some kind of loophole, and all Newsom could say was, and he's the one who put the legislation into effect. He signed the bill, and all he could say was, I put it into effect, and I don't agree with their decision, but I can't change it.
No, they better get their shit together because the country's watching.
On a happy note, however, as soon as that news was released, a new warrant was issued for the man, and new charges are pending on a new case that's been thrown up against him. So he's not getting out of jail for now.
That's
way to go, Newsom, you stupid idiot.
Somebody needs to keep his ass locked down.
Someone needs to definitely. Well, I was going to say earlier when we were talking about what's her face. I think Omar. I think AOC. I think Schumer. I think quite a few other Democrats are going to find themselves under deep investigations, and some of them are going to go to jail or be evicted from the country.
You're definitely going to see somebody going to jail, and they're definitely looking at Omar because she's a.
She's a piece of work for sure.
No, Jack, they because Omar, I mean, she's screaming. Most of the Democrats that I listened to yesterday didn't even think it was funny that she was screaming at the president. Well, because it just sounded so childish.
And I couldn't even hear what she really said. What did she actually say?
She called him a fucking murderer. She called him a thief, something else. It's yeah. When the Democrats are baby killers. Democrats should never use the word murder should ever come out of their mouth. I mean, with 1 million babies a year, you should never, ever utter the words murderer to anybody else.
What about all the suppressive Jim Crow laws and people who died over those? And the KKK, how many people did they murder? And I don't mean just people, but mostly blacks.
Yes, Democrats hated blacks. Really still do. Listen to whatever.
Big time there.
Wow, what's going on there?
I don't know. You're lagging out or something.
I know it's weird. You put from the screen. That was weird. It's strange. You know, some spot a little bit on there. The Democrats you had 3 or 4 candidates just recently talking down blacks in general. You had Garson today was talking about
you're still kind of wigging out over here, dude. Hey, Heidi, is he coming through or is he freezing up? Anybody, Mark, is he freezing up or am I freezing up? Somebody's freezing up.
Testing. Oh shit, I hope we ain't both freezing up.
You're starting to catch back up. Yeah, no, you're froze again.
Yeah. That's it. I'm moving around fine on my screen. That's really weird. You're froze on mine.
Yeah.
This is just creepy weird. Let me
if
it throws me out, hold on. I'm gonna pop. I'm gonna just refresh this one, but it's gonna probably throw me out.
Okay. Yep, it did. You got the other one in here when we throw you up on the widescreen. It's muted, so we can't hear you. Hello?
Hello.
That sounds better.
Hello. Fuck are you, asshole?
Yes, we're here.
Maybe it's because we got this going on.
I don't know. That's what I was thinking. I threw that up and put it back down, and then everything settled back down again. So
hello. That camera's crooked as fuck up there. It's that's the spy cam people that's watching us. It's making sure there's nobody.
Someone please call his wife. He's been split again by the UFOs.
So
just needs to come in and slap him on the back of the head, and he'll pop back into one person.
We're gonna have an auction for one of these 3 this year, later this year.
Oh wow!
This one in the middle is a Frank Facetta. I don't know. We'll see. Battlefield Earth, actually, yeah, signed, numbered, special edition signed and numbered at that. This is the streetcar named Desire, signed, numbered, very expensive itself. And this is just a specialty from a fairly famous artist. It's just all it is. It's a paddle wheel that had sank, and now it's just kind of, falling apart in the swamp. Yeah, I see that. I got all kinds of pictures in here. You can't see everything, but actually, this gold one, I'm gonna tell you the secret about that. There's a couple of versions of that you can get. This is actually 24 carat foil. It's triple layered foil. Yeah. Yeah, you can actually get one and have it done. No, this one was made like that, but it actually was a gift from
yeah, I have a friend from college. His major was one of the historic preservation tracks, and one of his specialties is laying gold foil and silver foil on things. So if when some of those old houses have like these really ornate ceilings with silver and gold inlay, he can repair that kind of stuff. It's brilliant work, and you're literally playing with I think it's thinner than tissue paper. These pieces of metal foil that they use it's really delicate.
Yeah, you can just rub them on, people. It's kind of
cool. You just rub it on.
Yeah. No, I mean, so Russia's talked a good smack about going to war, but so anytime Russia says, "Oh, we're going to use a nuke," China has to say, "Well, wait a minute, asshole. who you nuking because we share trade winds with a lot of people here,
right,
including the United States. Well, it's not beneficial for China to let Russia nuke America because then it's just nuking themselves. Yeah, baby. It's yeah. It's like quadruple that time, man. Yeah, it's like never mind. We're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna leave that alone altogether. Elon Musk is taking. Oh, anyway, I wanted to talk about that earlier. So this guy does this big article, and Elon Musk said, "Oh, it's gonna take 9 to 10 refuelings to get us to the moon." And the guy's like, "Well, how the fuck did we get
9 to 10 refuelings using what? A car?"
To get, well, he's talking about these big tankers he's going to put up there to refuel. But hold on, let me finish. So anyway, the guy's going on and on. So we get ready to launch Artemis. Artemis doesn't have no refueling tanks. What the fuck? So what he's talking about, the space plane thing he's building. That thing is because it's so heavy, it's going to have fueling ports along the way to get it to the moon and land it intact. That's fine, but that's not going to the moon and going and land on the moon like Artemis. Artemis is just like Apollo was. One big ass fucking rocket shoots you up there, you land, you come home.
Yeah, but they're starting from scratch though, so they're sending up. I think it's 6 or 7 probes first. Some are manned, some are not, and then I think the 7th and 8th.
All of that's done. The only thing we're waiting on is we were supposed to launch.
They just announced they're postponing it. All of it. They're postponing it until 2028.
That's not what I heard today. Today they said they're only postponing it until March because of cracks in some fucking tank.
Nope, they're postponing the manned mission until 2028. They've backtracked. They're gonna do.
Oh, you better get ready.
What they did in the
get ready for some fines because Trump said if we didn't go this year, everybody at NASA was losing their fucking job because he didn't want to lose to China. So
but he also he wants it to happen during his administration too as well. But that's what NASA announced today. They're backtracking. They're gonna do training missions. They're going to do more probes to the moon to get, satellite info on the landing area. They're going to go to the South Pole. And what else did they say?
Elon, are you listening to this bullshit? Elon, I know you listen to our show, Elon. Listen, just fucking go to the moon. Fuck these assholes, okay? We should already been there. We were supposed to launch in fucking January. And then, we're going to launch February 6th, then the 8th, and then the 16th, and then it was March.
Now 2028.
So that's not going to work for anybody in this country. All that did was whoever's in charge of NASA just lost their job.
But and the thing is, they don't need to do all. I mean, except for to pre-scope the landing site, they don't need to do all the training stuff. I don't think we've done the moon before.
So somebody's getting fired over this. Trump's going to be furiously pissed, man.
I'm not sure what his reaction is going to be, but that's what was announced this afternoon. Yeah,
he's gonna be pissed because the deal was that we go this because they were gonna give it to somebody else. So this ain't got nothing to do with Elon. Elon shit's ready to go. So this is Boeing and NASA. And look, Boeing had a funked up spaceship. I mean, we might not have to worry about China as much, but we found out that China left 2 astronauts up there for a year.
Up where? On the moon?
No, on their space station they got up there.
Okay.
And the ship,
the reason them or what?
Yeah, they didn't have a choice. The ship that came back was fucked up. Had cracks in the windshield and shit. There was no way it was going back.
Oh wow! They survived.
That was a year ago. Yeah, they survived. They got him back. It just took them a year, but put China back, and China couldn't understand all the problems they had.
Yeah. Well,
and so
maybe the fact they stole most of their space technology from us.
Yeah, don't understand
they got it wrong.
That's one of the nice things about letting Elon do a lot of this shit. They ain't getting his technology. They were showing where they were trying to land these rockets, right? Every now and then they got one, but most of them just fucked up all kind of rockets, man. It ain't as easy as you think. If it was easy to land rockets, we'd have been doing it since the 60s. Elon said, let me show you dumb fuckers how to land a rocket. Well, he's the first one that ever did it successfully. And then he got cocky and started landing 2 at a time. And the big one, he catches it. It lands too. He just catches it instead of letting it land on the ground. And he said it can land on the ground, but right now it's just easier to catch it. And they can catch the Starship. It's pretty sophisticated shit they got going on there. My biggest problem with the moon or Mars is how are you going to land that big, tall ass spaceship without some kind of fins to stick out and keep it balanced? I'm just saying. I mean, it's pretty tall. If you get on some kind of grade that's leaning a little bit, your ass gonna fall over.
They must have some kind of control jets or something that are computer activated.
No,
something.
you got to have something solid. They were talking about this. If the base fins they got now are going to be big enough, or they're going to have to put something that folds out several feet. They need like tripods, like a tripod, because they don't know what the terrain's going to be like. So they need something that's adjustable. And I mean, they got an idea, but you still, until you touch down, you don't really know. Well, actually, it's going to be able to do two things, Jack. So first, it's going to be able to land, and then it's going to be able to lay over on its side. Yes, because it's going to become part of a base. It's not going back.
Yeah, it's going to be building.
So about every other one that goes to Mars or the moon in the beginning will be staying. So you have one going, one coming, one going, one coming, one going. I would bet the first 10 or 20 that go to the moon and Mars will stay. And then after that, you'll start getting more sophisticated things being brought in, different kind of components, because they'll be able to start building stuff on Mars and on the moon, because there are materials. I mean, you can build bricks on the moon, believe it or not. You can build bricks on, it'll probably be easier on Mars because there's probably a water source on Mars. Well, there's a water source on the moon. They just found water. Shit, I forgot.
Yeah, well, that's why they're going to the South Pole. There's water ice in some of the craters there, so they're going to go and investigate and see if it's enough to like use as fuel and oxygen and such like.
Yeah, they think there's water in several places on the moon. It's kind of weird. All this time. Okay, we got water on the moon now. Water seems to be all over the universe. Yeah. It's even on Pluto where they said, oh, there's no liquid water on, and then they found out that a section melts every so often.
Yes, Pluto has water. Well, another thing too, if we go back to Velikovsky's postulation that whatever it is that blew up the fifth planet and whatever knocked the Earth on its side and whatever scraped the surface of Mars and or also ripped off its atmosphere and its ocean, if Mars's ocean was ripped off with the atmosphere and deposited on Earth in Velikovsky's theory, which is one of the prevailing theories of how Earth got its water, well, it's absolutely possible that some of that water splashed on the moon if the moon was there, splashed on other places, and possibly even is the origin of life for this solar system.
Yeah, it's there's no telling what actually happened here. So
we weren't there
because the water could have just easily came from the fifth planet because it was destroyed totally.
Could have come from the fifth planet and then deposited on Mars. Then Mars was struck, and then
we actually lucky the ocean didn't just come and gulp Earth and there'd be a big ocean with a core of Earth inside of it. It was big enough. It was a planet 5 times the size of Earth. I imagine the water was larger than Earth.
Yeah, it would have 5 times as much. Yeah, you would
think if it was just floating around as a bubble and Earth just popped inside or it popped around Earth and stuck to us. We'd all be amphibians.
Yes,
and we wouldn't have been related to apes either. So ain't that a bit?
Or might be more like dolphins.
Yeah. Well, Jack, dolphins. When Jay said it, made me think it. The dolphins are weird because they have feet. They have 5 bone fins in their fins in the bottom.
They have also fingers and toe bones in their flippers. Yes.
And in their middle flippers, they do too. And they have a straight spine, which means at one time they were upright walking.
Our spine isn't straight; it's kind of S-shaped, but
it's but they definitely have no doubt they were upright walking. What scares me is some people think maybe some of the whales were upright walking.
Well,
So
they
that
think
might have been the days of the
think
Titans.
the postulation with dolphins, or the cetaceans anyway, was that they became semi-amphibious and they sort of walked on the Earth with kind of flippers or pods, and then at some point regressed and migrated back to the ocean, and then finalized with flippers.
See, I would have thought that, but with the 5 finger toes they got in bones, that at one time they had something look more like this.
Well, even fish, like regular, bony.
Yeah,
fish.
but they have like this because of the way the flipper is, because you have to have the fine bones in between to protect the fin.
Yeah, I mean,
but that's not what they have.
But some fish have 5 fingers or
and
5 bone fingers
they've
in their
got
fins as well. So
and they've got
it's a common
skin.
trait. Well,
no, not what they have is not a common trait.
We have 7
they
neck
actually
bones
talk
in our
about
neck. There's 7 neck bones in a giraffe, even though it's 14 feet tall.
It's but they talk about the dolphins fins and all that spines and being a fluke. It's just not something that should be like that. And they can tell through some of the fossils found in the past that dolphins were longer and taller than they are now. Actually, quite a bit longer than they are now. So where the fins are directly attached to the dolphins, now they actually came out and were way away from them, like they were legs or something. So I don't know, but it's weird. Well, dolphins could, I mean, they're mammals. They could be related to us. But I think we share more DNA with the chimpanzee than we do with the dolphin. Probably like 90. It's probably like 98 and 96. Look, don't ever do the DNA thing because we share like 92% of our DNA with a fucking banana. So don't, it's just not a good thing to use as a staple. Yeah, because that 2% could be anything. Yeah, so we're 98% share, but the 2% could be any damn thing. Could be extraterrestrial.
It could be that extra reasoning that we have that other creatures don't seem to have.
And I'm still thinking that we don't share exactly. It may be 98% of common DNA, but we got all that junk DNA and shit. I think all that's there for a reason. Some of it's probably already been used, but some of it is there for future.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's any of its junk DNA. It's just that they don't know what it is, what it does, or where it came from. But all the other stuff, they can identify what it does and where it came from.
Yeah, eventually we'll get it. It takes time. Because as we activate abilities, as we become a more advanced society, and our brain powers become more advanced, we'll have different abilities show up. When we become a telepathic or empathic race, things are going to change. Hormones are going to change. Your whole body language is going to change. Yeah, because when you're approaching someone, you'll know they know what you're thinking on the approach. So you're not going to walk up all being an asshole and stuff because they're going to already know if it's a bluff or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So, I mean, it takes out a lot of that shit. Well, I say this all the time. You want a free world for everybody. It has to be run by one government. It cannot be run by 200 governments. No, 198, 190, whatever fucking amount. It doesn't matter.
I think currently it's 100. I think it's currently 189, but there's 213. Some of them are not like recognized in the.
Well, if they recognize Epstein Island, I don't think so. It's well, no, that was something that came up a couple of days, a couple of weeks ago, about those children that disappeared from Oprah's school in Africa. And then she had been seen with Epstein before and after, by the way. So I'm not saying anything.
There's also the 300,000 children that went missing under Biden, and under the current administration, they found only 140. So they found less than half of those children, 360 some thousand children. Where did they go?
They went to your McDonald's. That's where they went. It's that's
Well,
they start showing
possibility that Epstein may be dead, but his network may still exist. Who knows? I mean, they may still be doing stuff, but someone else is in charge of it now.
Yeah, well, supposedly there's 3 or 4 that own slaughterhouses, and they take those babies and all, and they slaughter them and grind them up, and then mix it with ground meat and sell it to your local hamburger joint.
Wonderful. Or your local grocery store.
Oh, you people ain't gonna know. Don't even worry. It's not gonna be that big of a mix that you'll even notice. 10%, 12%, something like that. That means you're all fucking cannibals. You're all going to hell. Even you'll be the greatest person ever. You say, I'm going to heaven. All of a sudden you're standing there in front of Satan. You're like, what the fuck you here? You're a cannibal, asshole. That's what you're doing.
Hey, you ate too many people.
I didn't ever hate no people. Oh, actually you did.
Yeah, look here on your sheet. Soylent Green, Soylent Green, Soylent Green, Soylent
yeah,
Green.
So guess what? We have a special place for you where the imps eat on you all the time. Not in a good way.
It was a special kind of hell for your ass.
A lot of it could be conspiracies, but okay. So is this a conspiracy? He brought this woman in, basically dated her, groomed her, got her through dental school so she could pull the children's teeth so they wouldn't bite him, and then married her. So that sounds like a horror story, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's a true story.
Yeah.
Oh yes, and I'm kind of wondering why she ain't fucking jail.
Right.
Oh no, the thing about pulling kids' teeth, that's absolutely true. I think
That's
they said it
kind
was
of scary.
I know one of them. They said it was a 9-year-old. It's just sick people who do that kind of shit, Jack. I mean, who does that kind of shit?
Very intensely sick individuals do
If
that.
someone touched one of my kids like that, or grandkids, anybody, I'd hunt them bitches down and skin them and feed them to the crabs. Make it was a slow death. No. Being stupid is one thing. That's
Can't fix stupid, but
anybody who wants to harm babies, that's a special fucking sicko. Well, there's a big movement in the United States for babies' rights. Well, you want me to tell you
babies
why?
in the womb's rights, or
Yes,
babies just out of it?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because there's no father's rights when it comes to babies. So
Yeah.
somebody's got to get rights. If you're not gonna give the father rights, you're gonna have to give it to the baby.
Well, they're also going to probably have to determine when the baby is actually a baby. Is it at the moment of conception that some scientists think, or is it 9 months in?
No, it's I think it's considered 3 months. When it's
I don't think it's. Believe me, I believe it's earlier than that. I don't think they're. I disagree with all of the what they think.
No, I can tell you this: at 3 months, I could talk to Joe, and he would flip over and pull his head and rub up against me. When I get into bed, he knew I was there. He would push his ass so hard it'd make my wife's stomach poke out. When I talked to him, he responded to it, and that was at 3 months. And matter of fact, it got worse because the older he got, the more I did it, bigger he got because he was almost a 10-pound kid.
Wow.
He was poking his arms way out and saying like, "Yeah, you better have this baby. Sure, he's going to climb his fucking way out on his own." But I was surprised because I really, until that point in my life, I got to be honest, I thought spark of life was at the moment of birth. But I hate to tell you, I was fucking wrong, people. Yeah, I don't like admitting when I'm wrong either, but that's one of the ones. Once you experience it, you know that that's not what it is. It's something about, and when you look at one at 3 or 4 months old, they look just like a baby. They just like a miniature baby. All its little hands are there, its feet are there, its nose is there, its brain is there, everything is there. It's just growing at that point, and it's responsive. Noise, light, but how does it know to respond in a kindly manner? That there's no harm coming from that voice. It don't know me from Jack. It's got to know something. It's got to feel or sense something. Yes, there's got to be some kind of feeling there for it to trust. Even in the womb. Yeah, I know. It's a bitch. What do you mean if I had to pick a... Man, that's harsh. I would say first trimester, 12 weeks after that. And it doesn't matter what any of us think. None of us can really judge this. Okay, there's only one judge or two. Whoever's going to judge this is when you die. And then they'll say, well, you know what? You shouldn't have done that. Now, that doesn't mean giving up on your friend or not trying to talk a friend into being sane. Or remember, when it comes to newborns, there are just there's people all over that will take a newborn and raise it. It's harder when kids get to be 6 or 7 years old because, by then they've gotten sort of set in their ways, and it just makes it hard. It's not that you can't save them. It's just a harder job. But newborns, they don't know. They don't know anything. They're growing up your mom and dad. That's all they know. And if you never tell them, that's all they will know. Yeah, it's just one of the things. Well, you got to be careful because if your honey bunch child decides to do a DNA test and finds out that your dad has different blood, this could be a problem. Oh, Mom, can you explain this? Oh, no, honey. Oh, wait, I don't have your blood either. Oh, now you really need to explain this. No, it's as society goes, we got just a lot to learn. I mean, really, people, we got a lot to learn. But we're going to go to break here in a minute. You mean Corpus Christi? I was like, what the fuck are you writing, man? I've seen it like 5 times. I'm like, what the hell is that supposed to be? It's called Corpus Christi, Texas. Corpus Christi is a cool place. It's below Houston, if I remember straight. You drive straight down below Houston. No, South Padre is on the other side of Texas. Yeah. Oh, not John.
Isn't South Padre an island though?
They got South Padre Island too, but it's just like it's like a community. Yeah, they got all that stuff. So anyway, we're gonna go to break. We're gonna play some Trump love and stuff here since he did so good last night. Maybe we'll play a little bit more when we come back, and then we'll get into a little bit more news. Trump fires back at Omar, you cocksucking whore bitch. Oh wait, did I say that out loud? Sorry.
Oops.
Beep beep and beep beep and double beep. I was emulating the president. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. That's all that was happening. I was emulating the president. I was what'd you call it when you're possessed? Yes, that's the ticket. We'll use that when I was possessed. But wait, on that note, we're going to take a break right quick. I want everyone to stay tuned to News on the Flip Side, United Public Radio. Of course, if you got any moans, groans, just bitches, you can write to Heidi tonight. Heidi's around, so y'all can write to her and tell her how much you love her and how you want to have her babies and stuff like that, especially if they're alien babies. You really want to get into that. I know we got past the woke bullshit now. It's not as bad as it used to be, but well, because men can have babies now. Remember, men can have periods. I hope not, because I cannot imagine doing that, man. Whew, Lord, I've known too many women in my time. Screw that idea. Women, y'all should get a special award for having to put up with that shit. Yes, there should be the award for not having to have a period award. Actually, in the old days, oops, that's me. In the old days, that used to be a question on MUFON's thing. Were your cycles regular? Were you having any problems? Were they heavy? Did you notice when you had seen an alien or contact or UFO, if your cycle started early or stopped early? It was all kind of, I was like, man, they sure are interested about that. That shit used to drive me crazy.
Yeah, that's weird.
Well, I couldn't see where it really actually mattered for the research they were doing. It was kind of like, it sounded more like some freako was getting a little freako off there is what it sounded like to me. But hey,
yeah, it's like trying to map when women in the area are fertile or something like that.
It was creepily weird, to be honest with you. No, we're gonna go right now. So let me pop this up on a stage. This is Uncle Humpty Trumpty marching along. One of his celebration ones.
You know, in Texas, is that what this is?
Where is let's see. Oh wait, there I am. Oh hey man, there. Oh wait, we can do the lightsaber.
Oh, there's two of them. Oh no.
Oh yeah, I like this idea. Come to me, I'm your father. Ha, fuck your life. I'm sorry. That's what happens when you get carried away, man. Put the toys down. So anyway, we're gonna go to break and we'll see y'all in about 8 minutes. So stay tuned. Dun, 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 dun.
To play. Oh, lady, get down there. Oh, yeah. Get out there. Oh, yeah. Time to
I can't believe the sleep apnea pillow exists. So I almost made the dumbest mistake of my life. I got this.
Oh, did you now? What is this? Isn't what we're looking for? That wasn't what we were looking for.
Sanctuary cities that protect the criminals
there's Jade's
and enact
girlfriend.
serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens. In many cases, drug lords.
I don't know why
murderers
Johnson
all
put
over
up
our
with this.
country. They're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, you do. Damn.
The mainstream media, leftists, Democrats, they can't hide what happened last night. Many, and by the millions, noticed that Democrats were not.
Anyway, I don't know if this is third party, and we just got off our strike, so we're going to be careful here. As you can see, before the this was after, so the right people who watched this speech, 64% thought we were going in the right direction. That's pretty serious. There's other polls out there we're going to probably try to get to as well, but these are cool. But the problem with these people are, let's see if we can jump up. See, that's what it was yesterday. It was 54-64. So he went up 10 points over the polls. 10 points, people. That's pretty good. I mean, there you go. Pre-speech, post-speech. That's a nice jump for anybody. You know, they just had a good boost with Rubio. So the Republicans are looking good. Everybody's like, oh, Trump's approval was 39. Trump's approval was 39 in the Ipsos Yahoo poll. Come on, y'all. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say y'all, but still, when you get into that, and it was in the Reuters poll. So Jay and I debunked these polls for y'all really hardcore. And if you don't believe us, go back. You can go watch the whole election coverage and see. We showed you exactly how these polls worked. So the Ipsos poll is usually off with Trump by about 7 points. We proved that over and over and over and over and over. And since I own an American polling company, we can put up polls of our own just to see. And we don't even show a poll until it reaches 10,000. So it usually takes 4 or 5 days. But then you get a much more accurate, what's going on. We also ask everybody, to, tell us what you're voting, who you are, you're Democrat, Republican, Independent, Centralist, because we really want to know, because we really are trying to find out who's voting for what. And so we just learned in general that has. Now, if you were looking at Reuters, or not Reuters, Rasmussen, or I think it was Quinnipiac, Trump was sitting around 52-54% approval rating. So how does he go from 39 to these two polls to 54 and these two polls? That's a significant jump, man. It's what, 15 points. That's not a margin of error. That's a little more than the margin of error of like 5 points. So it shows you that the red polls are going to be a little redder. The blue polls are going to be a little deeper blue. So what you do is you take the 39 and the roughly 54, 55, it'll come out to around 47, 48%. That's the way polls are supposed to be done. And that's really where we are right now. That's where his approval rating is. If you did an overall poll, that's what you're going to find, that his approval rating is around 48%. John, like I said, you don't have to take a word for it. Jay and I lost track of how many polls. On any given Friday night, it was at least an hour, maybe more. And the thing of it is, we use polling groups. So it wasn't just one poll we were pulling off of. We'd have like all the blue polls and all the red polls. So you could see for yourself what was really going on. The famous week after Kamala Harris, and there was no change in any polls. It was creepy.
We got called out for that by NBC.
Yeah, because it was just creepy. It's like, well, we're just going to leave him ride for a week. Yeah, there we go. And the whole time, was it Reuters, and I forgot one of the other ones, had Biden had the whole time, even when Biden was behind in every other poll, they still had him ahead by like 5 points and shit.
Yeah,
it was no way.
So strange.
It was you're watching these and you're thinking to yourself, Okay, and this is Trump traditionally for his State of Unions.
Mm-hmm.
So 2019 was his best, 71%. 2026 still not bad, 64. 2020 last year was 66. So
he's pretty consistent.
Yeah, so you got to give him credit for that. Wait, is this the guy? We might have to listen to this guy. Hold on a second.
Leave this speech being as happy as you could possibly be that he sort of stuck to the script on the economy. He gave red meat to the base on immigration, and they can leave the home tonight and sort of take that out on the campaign trail.
Guys, what is going on? I mean, Trump's approval rating was literally at 39%. Democrats seem to be thinking that they were winning the narrative war against President Trump to go and take back the House and then impeach him, according to the betting markets and according.
I mean, but that's not.
I can turn your wildest ideas into a
what?
song. Just describe it in a few words. Choose a style and let Mareka V 8.
Something we ever heard from Obama or Biden from that stage.
No, I mean, listen, we've never had a speaker rip up a speech either. But when you're saying issues like we're talking about trucking, we have, and it comes in my space, where you have states that are issuing driver's licenses to illegals who haven't been trained to drive a 80,000-pound truck on an American road. We have a little girl that is had her life impacted for the rest of her life, and she's 5 years old, and it was an illegal who hit her. I think the question becomes, why doesn't every Democrat stand up and go, no, we want well-qualified drivers on American roads? That's not partisan. We don't want illegals who can't speak the language, contrary to American law for decades, to not be on American roads. I think those are easy issues, Jake. And I don't think we saw Democrats stand up and support them. I mean, yeah, we got some applause for the U.S.
No, Nancy Pelosi's net worth has skyrocketed along with the many different. This is not just a Democrat problem. This is a Republican Democrat problem. This is a Washington problem. Everybody his own party.
I think we have to find a way, if we can be in the same room, we can disagree on these things. You don't have to sign off on everything. You don't have to agree with everything. And now, if I hear something that I agree with or I like that, hey, I'm going to stand up and clap for those things. And I think, and if someone's angry that I shook the president's hand as he walked in, that's I think that's on them. And I think some of the people that were angry that I did that, they didn't really have a problem when Mandami visited with the White House too. So
this is
if we refuse to talk to the other side, I mean, that's the only one that really loses. That's America.
I mean, I like federalism.
So finally, we're getting down to the matter of they necessarily hate you personally, and they think that you are the threat, aka Charlie Kirk. That is the result of that, aka Trump assassination attempts. So the Democrats are in huge trouble, right? And so I wanted to highlight, aside from the State of the Union being a success for Trump and the Republicans, right?
Mm-hmm.
After, again, I told you guys, Democrats have the momentum. They do. They have the momentum. But the momentum kind of got struck down. And here's CNN talking about 2028. Gavin Newsom, who, again, is trying very hard to...
And I mean, just take a look here. Top choices for the 2028 Dem-Pres nominee. You have a leader, but it's not really a clear leader. It's within the margin of error. You have Newsom at 19%. Then you have former Vice President Kamala Harris at 18%. Quite a weak number for her, given that, of course, she was the nominee last time around. Pete Buttigieg, who, of course, has run before, 13%. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez at 12%. This is just a total clown car. It is a total mess. There is no clear front runner at this particular point on the Democratic side. Who the heck knows who the nominee is going to be in 2 years?
It's been a long time since we've had a Democratic race like this.
Yeah, it has been a long time. This is very unusual for the. We get the giant question mark. No one. In 2020, when there was no incumbent, it was Joe Biden who was there, Hillary Clinton in both 2008 and 16, and Al Gore in both 2000 and 2004 at this point, where at least at 25% of the early. You have to go all the way back from when I wasn't even in elementary school yet, not even in pre-K yet, to 1992. That was the last cycle in which there was no clear front runner at this point. Very unusual.
So they have no clear front runner. He called it a clown car. So maybe they win the midterms. Maybe they lose the general election in 2028. Trump is 1 year and 2 months into his presidency. Overall, this is what they spent the night doing. They spent the night doing this fighting back against Trump and fighting back against the State of the Union.
Well, it can't be a clown car because there's only 4 of them. Clown car holds like 30 or 40 people.
No. Nah, Jack. Yeah, I wouldn't worry much about
This is
now.
Station 4. We are
Not with so
alive,
much shit.
we are safe, and we are
with
waiting
some
for
of
you.
But the question, I mean, I think he did well from their perspective for the reasons that you say, John, and he used the gallery very skillfully to kind of simulate empathy, which is a thing that he's been lacking.
And look at the growth President Trump made over the speech. So pre-speech.
Well, that's all fine and dandy and interesting and everything, and it's nice to see a nice boost for Uncle Trumpy. I mean, it was nice, and it just helps. Well, it wasn't so much the boost that Trumpy got; it's the boost that he gave the party. Plus, he gave them all that good material. No one standing, people booing, people acting like asses.
Yeah, he made one comment. He said something about we need to use it on the campaign trail.
Yeah, well, and people are already making commercials out of it. So
yeah,
you'll see that. You'll start seeing that, and then there'll be other things, and they'll start trying to use Epstein on Trump again. But then the Democrats, the Republicans can just simply say, "Well, look, dude, there's a lot. Why don't we get through all the Democrats in the file, and then we'll talk about Trump?" So come back in about 5 years. It's
Whoa! Did you catch the bit? Was it at the State of the Union or was it today? He was gaffing at Newsom, and he goes, "What do you think? Should we do another term, another 4 years? Let's do another 4 years." And I don't think he's literally going to do it, but he definitely was poking fun at Newsom.
Yeah, well, Newsom put out a poll which shows him if Trump ran for a fourth term, that Newsom would beat him by like 30 points. I was like,
what?
Yes, it must be one of the way you
I don't
pay
think
people
so.
quick polls, man. I mean, really, sometimes you just got to look at Democrats when they do shit like
Newsom
that.
would be lucky to get 30 votes from his own state, his home state, in a presidential election against Donald Trump.
Yeah, he's sucking pretty hard on all that.
He's just unbelievable.
Jack, so these are photos of Epstein, believe it or not. More Epstein photos. It's
ooh. Look at that disgusting silvery shiny shirt of his.
Epstein Files shows Bill Clinton, Michael Jackson, and Diana Ross seated together, laughing together. Bill Clinton smiles as he places his hand on Michael Jackson's shoulder. Diana Ross sits nearby, smiling as well. The appearance of these well-known figures adds another layer to the Epstein scandal. Newly released photos.
What the hell shirts were they wearing, man? They were
That's what I was talking about. But also, there's been some rumor about Michael Jackson's involvement in that it seems that they are thinking he was aware of Epstein's activities and was trying to protect the children from him.
Yeah, another Democrat. Why would we be surprised at that? See, that's the problem. I mean, every time this comes up, it's a Democrat. Everybody in this, well, you can't see this picture yet. I don't think I'll put it up yet, but let me grab it. There's a lot of movers and shakers in these pictures, people. Doesn't mean they're all what, but yeah. So you've got well, let's see. Get over here. Oh, maybe I can blow it up. It left the page, or did it stay on the page?
It's just regular. It hasn't moved. It hasn't gotten any bigger.
Let me try this a different way. Well, Facebook's gotten this weird thing. They want you to go to the other page now for some reason.
Yeah, you have to blow it up. It's weird.
It's anyway. Put it on here. All right, there you go. So, Jeff Bezos, stage right. Bill Gates, stage right.
Yep.
Mr. President, stage middle.
It's center, yeah.
Epstein and Gazelle. And isn't this the New York mayor?
It's what?
The New York mayor.
Hako?
No, the New York mayor. She was the mayor at this time in New York City. Look at the NYC.
Is it Hochul?
No, that's not Hochul. Hochul's not brown. Hochul's white. Where you been? I mean, Hochul's like white, like they're all white. I mean, like.
Oh, I'm looking at Ghislaine. I thought that's who we were talking about. That must be Ghislaine Maxwell.
Ghislaine's on the end. In the middle, though, the one in the red is the New York governor. It says mayor and mommy. Yeah, I don't know. People looks. Why this crowd don't look happy either? This kid, if I was you, I'd run, kid. Run, buddy. Run like fast as you can, bud.
It looks like Epstein's about to drool. He's like, yeah, lunch.
Yeah, somebody's got his hand up there. Oh, no, that's mom's got his hand. Okay, mom. Maybe mom knows. Mom's like, stay back, you bastard. Stay back. I've heard about you. Get back. Oh man, we got this picture of this alien invasion thing, man. Fucking aliens are coming, dude. You better watch out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let me find them.
There's been so many AI alien stories on.
Oh, this is 100% real.
But some of them are getting annoying. I can admit.
Oh, I can say that too. But let's see, turn it off. Where are we? Put it up on the screen.
Yep. Oh.
And then hit. Where's
the
it?
Xenomorph?
Here we go.
From Aliens? The Xenomorph from Aliens. No, it's the Predator.
I'm coming for you, motherfucker. He's a bike.
It's pretty scary. Somebody has a lot of time on their hands. Crafty, but
there's a different kind of exhaust on it there.
Yeah. Might have a compression issue too. How do you get a compression issue with one cylinder?
I know. No, James, we get tons of links sent into, so that's a dick picture. Okay. I mean, it's not a literal dick picture. It's a picture of somebody's face that said they were a dick.
Or it's a picture of Cheney. Get it? That's also a dick picture.
That could be. Let's see. What is this one? Oh, wait, no. Okay, now I have to go see what this is. Hold on. Well, we get so much weird stuff. It's this is actually going to be a clip on trans rights. So don't get offended when we play this. Okay, hold on. Let me bring it over here. Well, this is just somebody else sent this link. We literally get hundreds of freaking links. It might even be more than that because a lot of them I don't even get to look at. Is this the one? Yeah, this is the one. Okay. Scratch my nosies and play.
What do we got here?
If I can go, there it is.
I'm just wondering, are trans people being killed? You guys look alive. You're distinctly different from preborn children. You're not being killed.
You're really cute.
Well, thank you.
You know how
I work on it.
that sounds?
What's that?
You know how moronic that question sounds?
That you guys are advocating for trans rights while you're alive and freely walking around, flaunting your perversion everywhere you go.
Flaunting your perversion everywhere.
Yes. No one is killing you. It's fake justice. I'm just wondering, are trans people being killed? You guys look alive.
Yeah, but that's they bitch about the left doing shit, but that's the right just trying to stir shit is what that is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, no, Jack, he just saw it and said, hey, look, I'll go here and this will piss these people off for sure.
It's kind of like the guys who went into that church and they arrested 30 more of them today.
Yeah, you seen that, huh? They ain't playing. Bondi ain't playing with that church. She's like, nah, fuck you. You ain't doing
all
that.
Together, I think it's 64 people have been arrested over that.
Well, because there is a law actually against going in a house of worships like that. So, and you know what's sad about it? Don Lemon probably knew. He just sold everybody down.
It's even sadder. The Democrats are the ones who put that law into place.
Yeah, it's just sad, Jack. I mean,
and then when Donald Trump enforces that law, they cry foul. It's their law.
Yeah, if you didn't want it there, don't put it there. Let's see what this picture is. Well, where are you at? There it is. Okay. So what do we got here?
What is this?
Why doesn't the media remember this? Oh, this is getting all these awards. So there's all kind of big famous people in here, man.
Yeah.
Trump being given the Ellis Island Award. Conditions. He got City of Black Youth standing alongside. Yeah, man. I know who she is. Oh, well, no,
there's Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, we know who Muhammad is. I don't know who these two clowns are over here. Like I said, it's just random. Well, I don't think there's any audio. We can hit play and see. But I don't really think there. Sometimes it's just up there. It doesn't actually work.
Yeah.
Or
it's just music.
Oh yeah, it's just music sometimes. Let's see what else we got over here. Joe Rogan on Elizabeth Warren getting confronted. Well, let's see what Joe Rogan's got to say.
Ooh, and what is she getting confronted about?
I don't know, but we're going to find out here in just a minute. Okay. No, Mike, anybody can send them. You can send them to iCarCox.net. You can send them to the messenger. You can post them on the Facebook page because it's a public page. Yeah, it's a public page, so you can post there. I mean, it's not 100% that we'll use them, but if they're there, it's got a much better chance of getting used if it's there. Of course it does, doofus. Anyway, let's see what this Joe Rogan's got going on here.
I don't know if you saw this, but Elizabeth Warren got confronted.
Senator Warren, why are you so afraid of transparency? Why are you bothered by the fact that Elon Musk is attempting to expose all of this fraudulent spending? What is that about? Do not touch me. Do not touch me. Senator Warren, I just want to answer a question. How did you get a $12 million net worth on a $200,000 salary in Congress?
And of course, she received millions. Yeah. She's a fucking liar. You can see the guilt in
Rogan, such a language. I did not believe he even said that word.
He's famous for that.
Oh, wait, what's this one? Okay. Oh, this is something goofy. Let's see what this is. This is Mad Max, y'all.
Oh, really?
I mean, that's what the title says anyway. Mad Max said it best. Here we go. All right. I keep forgetting to put us in the damn thing. All right. This Mad Max said it best, people. Y'all ready for Mad Max saying it best? Okay, everything's on. Let's go.
Here to fight back.
We will win. We will win. Our privacy is being taken up by Elon Musk and Trump, and we don't know what all they have on us.
The Department of Government Efficiency. You just remember, it is the Department of Government Evil.
We are here to fight back.
Bunch of idiots.
We will win.
Yeah.
We will win.
Oh, Lord. Yes, people.
Well, it's like both Donald Trump and Kevin O'Leary said they're nuts. You people are nuts. That's all there is to it. They're absolutely insane.
Stephen Colbert shreds top Democrat Hakeem Jeffries. What?
What? Oh, no way.
Let's see if there's audio.
He's looking
Oh,
for
wait.
ratings.
There may be audio. Let's see. Well, sometimes they put these things up and they just put a text bar on them, Jack. Yeah.
Yeah, or
here we go. Let's see.
It's not up. Hang on. Let me start it over.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
For Democrats who did attend, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries urged his members in the chamber to not make a scene, an approach he dubbed silent defiance, which I believe is a bold rebrand of doing jack squat.
Oh.
As Martin Luther King once said, shh. Eventually, there's a lot of people coming, the cabinet comes in, the families come in, all that kind of stuff. Eventually, the president entered, looking a little tired, but his hair was nice and fluffy. Personally, I think he could have kept his head in the cotton candy machine a little bit longer.
An idiot.
No. But, hey, Colbert, what can you do? Well,
we don't have to wait much longer. He's actually been fired or canceled, or whatever you want to call it. He's cancel culture nowadays.
This is a matter of fact.
Oh, yeah?
Donald Trump is a criminal. He was found guilty of 34 felony counts of fraud, found liable for sexual abuse.
What? When?
And if he wants to find the rapists and
That's
criminals
liable.
in this
She can
country,
get
he
sued for
should
that.
look in the mirror.
But this can't be that new because it seems like it's kind of the old side. I don't know, Frank. We gotta see what else we got. I mean, it's just it gets built up. What is this? This looks like another stupid idiot. We got a lot of these ones that are just goofballs. Let's see. Oh man, the screen jumped in front of me. Well, it's like Linda was saying earlier. It's like they're trying to find Charlie Kirk's replacement.
I thought they already had.
No, I don't know. I don't see who.
Isn't it Vance? I mean, hasn't JD Vance been hosting the show?
JD Vance, vice president, he can't do that. Separation of church and state, he can't even be involved with it.
I guess so, yeah. Well, he is already. I mean,
no, as a parishioner, he is, but no more than that. He can't any more than that. It could cost him being president.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, maybe after his political career, he can do that. But
yeah, he can. But he's too old to be Charlie Kirk anyway. He's in his 40s. Charlie Kirk was 31.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they need somebody. I have seen a couple of young guys up there trying to do it. I don't know. Charlie was something special about Charlie. He's a.
What do you think about the rumor that
good
J.D. Vance and Erica Kirk have a secret love child together somewhere?
I don't know. He's on his 4th child with his wife, so apparently he.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not really feeling too much to worry about that. He ain't going nowhere. And he wants to be president, and screwing around with a dead man's wife is not how you get to be president.
Well, or the picture wants to be screwing around with the man's wife while he was still alive.
Well, I mean, it's like, unless it's his father, like Joe Biden, Hunter Biden married Beau Biden's wife after he died.
Oh yeah, that was also very weird.
Yeah, fucking.
There's no scandal going on there, is there?
Yeah, they were probably snorting that fucking cocaine, humping their way across the country.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, let's go have some fun, baby. Yeah, you got the coke. Yeah, I got the coke. Let's go, man. Fucking idiot. James, I don't. They're just some idiots, man. That's all I can tell you. Let's see what this one is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I thought. Okay, it's up. Sorry.
You good. Next time I'll just take because it's easy. I'll let you put them up. Let's hit play here.
Is that a penguin?
Okay.
A fucking penguin back in there. What the hell is this?
Violence.
I think the country was founded on political violence.
So is that a yes?
Do you support political violence?
I don't.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Thank you.
Gotcha. Have a good day. Can you explain what you're carrying there?
I'm dragging 3 pieces of shit.
Okay.
What? You're dragging
so would you support political violence?
I think the country was founded on political violence.
But it does
really
have a point.
It was founded on defiance.
Yes, it was. Let's go burn some tax money. I guess technically that's political violence, but not really.
Well, I don't think they burned the money. I think what they did was they burned the things that were taxed, the things that the British liked, like
yeah, they just threw it back. They just
3,000 tons of raw tea.
All that good tea. You know, probably for a week you could probably go out there and just dip you a cup and heat it up and have some good tea.
They say there's still tea in there.
Maybe a little salty tea, but still.
It's that new salt caramel blend. It's straight out of Boston.
No, they did that to make a point, James. Yes. That was basically the start of everything. What are you talking about? That's Francis Scott Key. You're talking about this pledge, not the Pledge of Allegiance, the national anthem. Yeah.
Yeah, he's buried in Rockville, Maryland. I've seen his grave many times.
Oh, Mikey, it's I think that's a personal problem. Yes, let's see what do we got here. What is this one? Oh, we got a couple of these. What is this? Stop. Looks like this girl's bullying somebody. Could she be a bully? No. Maybe he's a bully. Who knows? Let's see. I don't know who's bullying, but somebody looks like there's some bullying going on. Toss me up there, Jim.
It's in there.
Okay, here we go.
So you're calling me a Nazi. So this is what we do these days. We just tell Jews that they're Nazis because they believe that they should have a homeland where they could be safe from Nazis. That's not Zionism. Zionism is the belief in a Jewish state in the land of Israel. And I don't need anybody in this crowd who is not a Zionist to define Zionism for the Zionists. Just like I'm not going to define Islam for you or anything else. So please, it's shocking to me how many people think it's okay to define Zionism to Zionists as if you understand my history or my movement. You're calling me a Nazi. I'm saying that supporting Israel is. So you're calling me a Nazi. So this is what we do these days. We just tell Jews that they're Nazis because they believe that they should have a homeland where they could be safe from Nazis. Zionism is the belief in a Jewish state in the land of Israel, and I don't need anybody in this crowd who is not a Zionist to define Zionism for the Zionists. Just like I'm not going to define Islam for you or anything else. So please, it's shocking to me how many people think it's okay to define Zionism to Zionists as if you understand my history or my movement.
Yeah, she was so fiery, bud.
Yeah, she had a fire going.
She's like, yeah, fuck you. Oh, stop. Okay, you can toss this one up, man.
Where? It's not up yet. I don't see it.
Oh, wait, where's it? Oh, maybe not. Hold on, let me see. Why didn't it come up on the board? Oh, that's why. Okay. That's why it's not up on the board, because I didn't do that.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, here we go. Panics
as soon as this woman exposes her darkest secret.
If there is someone who has seen the horrors of socialism up close within the Democratic Party, is in the House, and is the Honorable Congresswoman Maxine Waters. For decades, you traveled to Cuba dozens of times to visit Fidel Castro personally, whom you consider your friend. For that reason, I am bringing up all these facts because Madam Waters knew that the Cuban jails were full of political prisoners. Cubans did not have the same privileges that we are having right now to speak freely. At that time, Madam Waters never raised her voice to denounce the horrors of socialism, Mr. Speaker. For that reason, I am asking Madam Waters.
For what purpose the lady from California seeks recognition?
I move to take her words down.
Watch how fast Maxine Waters panics as soon as this woman exposes her darkest secret.
If there is someone who has seen the horrors of socialism up close within the Democratic Party, is in the House, and is the Honorable Congresswoman Maxine Waters. For decades, you traveled to Cuba dozens of times to visit Fidel Castro personally, whom you consider your friend.
You know, we all talk about what's his name from Canada being Castro's kid. I wonder if Maxine got any Castro kids.
I don't know.
He seemed to hang out with his brother. You know, it's funny how many powerful women were attracted to this guy. Yeah, I mean,
she might have also been attracted to Raoul too, so we don't know.
I don't know, but he was basically a thug. No, they were attracted to him when he was younger. When he was, I would take over the world. We're talking about Fidel Castro, yes. Raul, actually, I was listening to Raul talk to him. He sounds like he wants to become he sounds like he's tired of this shit. I heard
it sounds also like the Trump administration is working towards a quick and peaceful settlement to absorbing Cuba right now.
That's what we need to do. We need to just take Cuba. It's just we need to stop giving territory back. The only way this planet's ever going to fucking get into deep space and become anywhere any aliens would ever want to deal with it is becoming a light in one world planet. And this is the way to start it. It doesn't mean the U.S. has to leave, but we have to start it at least. And if we start keeping territories like Venezuela and Iran, make them free states, make them territory free, they can vote everything but presidential elections. So other than that, just keep growing it, because because you can start offering it to countries. Say, hey, look, we have a lot to offer. Why you want that? Especially with Russia rampage and China.
But if they're offered statehood, why aren't they allowed to vote in the presidency? Because if you're offered full statehood, you automatically get to.
No. You don't give them statehood. You can't do that. You got to make them a territory, just like Puerto Rico.
Yeah, make them fight for it.
Well, no, it's not that. You can't change the balance of liberals and conservatives inside the country.
Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah,
Puerto Rico is like 75% blue. Yeah, so that would be a massive swing in votes. That's why Canada will never get in as other than territories. But you don't need them as that, because you don't need them controlling the military. The United States just needs to control the whole world's military and let everybody else do what they need to do. Be scientists, be doctors, change the world for the better. Stop spending. If all there was one world, then we'd only spend the military for peacekeeping force and for exploration of space, which would be probably just what the American spends now, with nobody else's money being spent, all going to research. They'd cure cancer. All the scientists could work together. I mean, look, you would no longer see just things being prolonged. You'd really see cures, because they wouldn't have any excuse anymore. And since we already know there's cures for certain things that are being withheld anyway, because it's easier, you make more money, by relieving things, and there's It's like AIDS, Jack. AIDS is still out there and prevalent, but they have pills now that can regulate your body to where it doesn't exist. But if you stop taking those pills, it will come back.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But you can have a normal everyday life and it doesn't kill you. Yeah. And with the new drugs like Ozempic and all for diabetes, even that's changed. And with stents for heart, for people with clogged arteries and stuff, the world is changing.
It's changing the diet market. Some of those new GL1 things and Ozempic and other things are just like losing 15, 20 pounds just from, the prescription itself.
What are you talking about, Emery? Who? On what list? What are you talking about? He looks like. I don't know who you're talking about. He's on one of my pages. He's on the page where I'm in the red. Oh, with the red shirt. I don't know. Where's he at? Friends? Is he top listed friends or something? Top 3 new ones? I don't know. A lot of people friend me, and then I get to know who they are. Oh no, him with the green cap on. No, he's a relative. Yes, not blood relative, but a relative. Yeah. Is as close as blood relative as you can get without actually sharing blood. Anyway, we got something here. Let me give this to Jay.
We got it.
Oh, you got it? Okay, you already got
Hold
it.
on. Yeah, it's already up. Yeah.
Cool. I like when that happens. Okay, let's play this. Oh, so now it's not because it took us somewhere else. The bleepity thing. Oh, I hate when it does that.
Now you got to try to find it.
You and turn that off, and then turn this on, and turn this on. Or is it this one? Hopefully it's this one. Let's find out. Go ahead and share. I think it's there.
And it's up.
Here we go. Turn that off. Look at the mouth on this chick.
Pure appeal to Western culture. My favorite part was when he said that American cowboys came from Spain. I believe the Mexicans and descendants of African enslaved peoples would like to have a word on that.
He's an idiot.
Marco Rubio's speech was a pure appeal to Western culture. My favorite part was when he said that American cowboys came from.
What gets me about this part right here is she really did not think Rubio did not check this out. So she's used to being sloppy and her people being sloppy. It bothers me that she did not think the guy, Secretary of State, third most important job in our country, did not check this speech out.
How can you not know that the cowboys are, inspired from Spanish horse riders? I mean,
yes, and she's Spanish.
Yeah, she's Hispanic. She should know her own history.
I'm just disappointed all the way around. And I still remember that was it the Mexican vice president the other day is like, I don't know what she's talking about.
I mean, the Spanish horses were coveted by the cowboys and the Mexicans. The Andalusian horses, they come from Spain.
No. San Francisco. I'm not sure, but anyway, no. So people get confused. So no, Mexico just didn't become Mexico. So Spain came over and basically just fucked the Aztecs over, portrayed themselves as their god, stole all their gold, killed all their fucking people, raped and fucking pillaged everybody, left some missionaries behind, and went on their merry way.
And some European cult bugs that killed a lot of people too.
Yeah. So anyway, they eventually the population that emerged from that became Mexican, but it's not even that. I mean, so Spain was there for a long time, and then Spain left, and it became Mexico. And if for some reason Mexico got all uppity and wanted to start a fight with the United States and got its ass whooped, And then to save its ass, because we were going to take all their territory, everything, because we'd already taken all the continental U.S. territory. We were just going to go ahead and take Mexico, which is we fucking should have done.
Yeah.
And they cut a deal with us to give us, for dirt cheap. They gave us California, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Las Vegas, New Mexico, and somebody else. Yeah, it was like most of the western part was given to us. So we didn't even actually conquer out there. So people out that hate on the native thing, okay? First off, Americans had nothing to do with natives out west. We didn't do that. The fucking Spanish killed all the natives out west. The Spanish and the Mexicans, excuse me. So you want to hate on them when you see the Mexican people walking around talking about indigenous? We'll say, why'd you kill all them fucking indigenous in the first damn place? That's who did all that killing. Remember, America got that territory after the war. Then it became ours. Yes. We didn't name San Francisco, the Spanish did.
Yeah, we didn't call Los Angeles, the Spanish did it. San Antonio.
And then the French decided for some reason they wanted to give us the Louisiana Purchase, which was another good deal. So basically, after the Louisiana Purchase, everything pretty much west of the Mississippi River was now part of the United States. One big chunk of happy ass fucking family, and part of the stuff east of the Mississippi River. And then, of course, there was a deal with the Indians to get Manhattan, and there was other deals up there. And then there was, deals in Florida. And then there, of course, was just exploring and conquering, and that's the United States. But none of us came over.
The story on Manhattan, though, is we got it for allegedly like a bunch of beads and some sheet music.
Yes, it was in today's world, it was definitely a crazy deal. No, for them, that's what they wanted. They didn't know what we had anyway, so they should have asked for an inventory and say, what the people have? We have lots of shit. You ask blankets. No, there was a lot of. First off, a lot of them. I think majority of Native Americans died from things like chicken pox and smallpox. And don't forget, the white man. I shouldn't say the white man. The government handed out blankets with chicken pox in them, or was it smallpox? It was one of them. Anyway.
Smallpox, I believe.
Yeah. So they handed out blankets and they killed these Indians, spread it around and killed them. Yeah, no, this is a true story. It's just not a lie.
It was an attempt at genocide. They were going to try to wipe them off the planet.
So the Mexican land was technically Mexican, parts of South America, Central America, I should say Central America, and parts of South America. That was all Aztecs. That all belonged to them, not to the Mexicans. The Spanish is what gave the Mexicans power. Don't get confused on where your ancestry actually lies. Your mama is because some Spaniard raped your great-great-grandmama. That's why you're here. It's you ain't no noble Aztec. That's for damn sure. Ooh, I know it probably hurt somebody's feelings, but you know what? Fuck you. I'm tired of that bullshit. The Aztecs were a noble people.
And most of them either left the planet or were wiped out by disease and war.
Murderous bunch of motherfuckers, but still.
Yeah.
They built great civilizations. I mean, civilizations we're still finding even today. Well, there was the Mayans, the Aztecs.
Toltecs, Olmecs.
Well, I was talking about the three. So, real quick, guys. So, this is kind of weird the way they break this down. So, it's the Mayans, Aztecs, and Incans, and then it's pre them, which is, I think, the next one down is Toltecs, and then
Olmec.
Yeah, Olmec. There's one other somewhere in there, but these all date back to 3,000-4,000 years ago. And I think that Aztecs and Mayans go back as far as 2,000, maybe a little bit further. 2,500 years, something like that. But the Toltecs were the culmination of the two races before it, and they were fairly advanced. And the Toltecs look like they're the ones who taught whichever one it was, the Mayans, I think it's the Aztecs, I can't ever remember which one came first. They taught them. And then they spread that civilization through South America, Central America, and part of North America. Yes, Jack, because Mexico is in North America. I know it confuses people. I cannot tell you how much money I've won over that. It is. You'd be fucking amazed. It's like the reptilian brain thing, how much I've won over that. I have been in some pretty high end schools, and I'll be talking about the reptilian brain. I'll bet you $1 million. I said, you ain't got $1 million to bet me. I don't want to have you bumped off because you couldn't pay me. Make it a reasonable bet. And then the professor at was Tulane goes, well, everybody puts up $10, and if he gets it right, we pay him. If not, he pays us. Well, we'll take it out of his fee. I was like, okay. So I'm sitting there. I said, which one of y'all going to look it up? I said, when we look it up here for y'all, make it easy. No, we don't. I said, go ahead, do whatever you want. And then it got real quiet after about 5 minutes because by then they've done seen this. I said, why are you so quiet here all of a sudden? I said, what's the matter? You found out we had a reptilian section in our brain? Does that bother you? I said, how can you
and you lost $10.
Yeah. And I said, how can you be in a private Ivy League school, 3rd semester, and not
know this?
I'm like,
okay, in their defense, were they medical students or what?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so they may not know.
It was just a mix.
Any of these courses or lawyer courses?
No. Somewhere up on the line, though, I remember some course, something in biology about the when they teach you about the id and your dark side, and your light
psychology.
Yeah, so in those they usually talk about the three section brain. Jack, I'm not gonna get an argument about the insect brain. It's there, whether people want to believe it's not. It is.
Same with the reptilian. Same with the mammalian.
Yeah,
we have 3 brain cores.
Well, because our DNA maybe didn't know where it wanted to go, or maybe it's thinking about the future. Maybe those are built-in evolutions for us if we need them. Yeah, you didn't think about that, did you? No, you didn't. It's right now, we're evolving. We're doing our bit. It's just the problem is we have Xi Jinping, and we have Vladimir Putin, and we have crazy Donald Trump, and we have other crazy ass world leaders, and they just can't seem to agree on shit.
Nope.
I mean, Putin wants to go back to an old Cold War status. I think he's trying to figure out a way to bring Russia back into a communist nation again, take it over. But I think he's scared that his neighbors might not tolerate it. Yeah, I was talking about it earlier. I've seen that where they show Russia attacking America and how the war goes and how we can shoot this down. That thing was definitely dated. There's definitely different types of missiles missing from it that we use to shoot down stuff. The fact that Elon's equation's not evolved and it also says it's old. Well, Elon told Putin, I can knock every missile down you shoot, and I can build satellites and put them in space much faster than you can build rockets and nuclear weapons and put them in space. So,
what is he launching when he's in launch mode? He can launch what? Daily. He's throwing stuff up in the air sometimes.
Oh yeah, he's always got something going up.
So
and guys, it's weird the way he does it. It's like the satellites are in a clip of some kind.
Like a magazine.
It's like a magazine. When he opens up, you just see him come out as you're going by. You're like, look at these things. There's a lot of them. His gold is, I thought it was 46,000. Some of the other day said it was 86, but I think it was
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other day he said that we can easily take care if there is really global warming, which I'm not 100% convinced of yet. He said we can easily put solar mirrors in space, use the mirror to gain power and to add shading over certain parts of the planet at different times so that it can cool down faster, especially hot spots. He said that the ideal thing to be able to do would be able to put one over every city and use it as a shade when you needed it. And not only would it would create power for your city and beam directly to your city and would help keep your city cool. Frankie, I like the ones where they're growing everything on top of buildings. I think that's cool as shit.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you something I did see. I think it was in Singapore. So I've been talking about this for 20 years, which I'm still confused by because we've had the technology since the Apollo mission. Carbon scrubbers are something we use in every space mission where there's people on board. So we remove the carbon from the air and we refresh the oxygen in the air. So we can reuse the oxygen and Yes, that way we're not wasting near as much. Well, usually they put them in. It's a carbon scrubber that goes through a filter, and usually the filters get dirty, throw them away, or it creates like a rock of carbon that you can take out in a box and toss it. And but anyway, they've got these things as tall as buildings now. So they were talking about this. They said if every city just put 4 or 5 of them inside their cities, or if they just put them on each end of the cities, how the wind blows, they could reduce the carbon in cities by 80% in no time at all. And after that point, it would just always keep your carbon emission down. You wouldn't have that problem. It's not even a hard fix. It's not even a scientifically hard fix. But it's too easy, and it's not going to make enough money, because once it's initially done, you're not making no more money. Your collectors are doing their jobs, and it's become minimal cost. Yeah, it's like you're thinking about the Highlander when they put the shield over the planet.
A Highlander?
No, he's talking about comparing it to the movie Highlander, where they put the shield over the planet. They're protected from the rays of space, and they didn't.
Wait,
really
is that the second Highlander?
Yeah, I think it is the second Highlander.
Oh God, yeah, that's horrible.
It's either the second or third. No, anyway, yeah, because what's his name comes back? Chavez comes back. Yes. I don't know, but but anyway, these technologies seem to be technology that we can build, and he's proven how fast he's putting Starlink satellites in, so he could be putting solar panels up that fast too. And just think if you had China involved and they were building solar panels for him, we were building the technologies and frames, and everybody was working together, you could really build some big 20, 30, 40, 50, 80, 100 mile across shields that would reflect sun anytime you needed it to. It could gather and reflect. I mean, 100-mile across solar panel in space where it's collecting direct rays. The amount of power is going to be 8 times or 10 times what you get on Earth. It'd be an enhancement for different, it could stay here for a while, enhance this grid. We didn't watch it, we'd find ourselves in our own homemade Dyson sphere of
yeah.
Well, I mean,
renewable energy.
I don't know. It's if it's not a complete fix, it's a big fix. That and going electric, and if you've got those things generating electric power, then that's helping to offset the grid. Because man, we don't want to use nuclear power if we don't have to, and we ain't got coal fission down yet. And
well, let's go back to the Dyson sphere theory real quick. What if we actually, physically made? Well, we'd have to make the sphere big enough to capture all of the sun's light. What would that do to solar power if we were able to capture 100% of the sun's energy? I mean, we'd have energy for forever or until the sun explodes.
Yeah, so you make well, there's a couple of ways to do this, but you make, if you can do it where the sun's outside the sphere, then you just make the sphere orbit the sun and have the sphere in rotation. And that way it's always 100% absorption all the time. And you probably have more power than you would actually need for your society.
Yeah, I would say.
Well, no, Marston, you're thinking, okay, the one in Genesis, on Star Trek, the Next Generation, the sun was inside the sphere. It was like a small yellow star, like a really small yellow star. I thought that's what they said. I'd have to go back to watch the series to be 100% sure. I just remember when you're looking at it and from the context of everything, it kind of looked yellow and it didn't look very big. But you would need to start that big inside to produce the power you need, especially since it's going to be doing your day and nighttime or daytime. Well, I guess daytime 24/7, huh?
I don't know. We're in completely conjectural physical guessing here, or physics guessing here. The idea of these energy collecting devices, and we detected, I don't know how many in space, but we have no idea how they work.
Well, we're really freaked out about these Dyson sphere things. There seems to be a lot more shit out there that we don't understand.
We're in a very populated area of the galaxy.
Okay, no, no, Jack. So you're gonna get confused here. So we are and we aren't. So
we're between two very populated places.
So our little solar system is in rural space, basically. We're off the beaten track, but with just a short ride in either direction will be inside one of the busiest parts of the spiral arms. No, I mean busy, like probably tens of thousands of stars just within a half a light year of each other.
And we're talking probably tens of thousands of exo-political organizations as well.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of stuff there. So I think Earth's been lucky. I don't know if it was put here intentionally so we can be allowed to grow on our own with minimal interference, or if it was just sheer luck. But we're not, and it's weird because when you look at the galaxy, you don't see a bunch of stars in between the spiral arms. We're kind of a fluke. Not completely. There's other ones, but it's almost. I'd really like to know what was on those other ones inside and see if they were worlds in our development or lower, and just to understand, because I kind of wonder sometimes if we just weren't put here intentionally. Oh, I think the big aliens can move solar systems around. I
was just going to say, what if we know we've got the destroyed fifth planet and the evidence of damage to the other inner planets. What if our solar system was thrown out of one of the solar arms into its current position?
And that's possible too, because Sagittarius is right above us.
Yeah.
All them reds. So, ladies and gentlemen, right now there's a bunch of red stars surrounding us, red dwarfs. They're all from the Sagittarius galaxy. They're not from here. So, a bunch of people first came up and said, "Oh, well, we're probably from there," and then they're arguing that we were here and they're surrounding us. Nobody knows 100% yet because we haven't really tested anything from any of those stars to know if we share the same basically DNA, for lack of a better way of saying it. Well, each solar system is going to give off a distinction. So star stuff is star stuff. We're the remnants of the yellow star. That's where our star stuff comes from. So everything in this solar system, when checked, will have that signature in it. It doesn't matter if it's a planet, a rock, planet. It doesn't matter. We all came from that. But different solar systems are going to have different suns and different radiations. It's just going to be different, and you'll be able to distinguish between them.
Yeah, they'll have different chemical makeup, even if they're carbon-based life forms like us. The amount of different minerals in their systems would be different than ours, and it'd be based on their planets as well. Where they might have a planet that's instead of rich in iron is rich in something else, so they might have a different colored blood based on a different metal.
Yeah, or they might just be different color or glow in the dark. Well, down here there's a herring that's purple because it eats a purple flower. I'm not kidding you. That's why it's purple.
Well, flamingos are pink because they eat a lot of shrimp.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm on that diet, man. Let's go for some shrimp. No, we got a couple more minutes. I'll give y'all 4 more. What's up? No, Jay and I can stay for 45, but we're not going to. So what do you got? So what you're asking me is, should Donald Trump go in front of Congress and testify for what? For the Epstein file? First off, let's get the Epstein file out there. There's no possession of this file anywhere so far. So let's wait till we actually have the file before we even talk about this. And then once we have the file, we need to find out if there's any witnesses that are alive to this. And if there's not, we just need to toss the file in the burn and not worry about it anymore. Because there's nothing you can do with it. You can't convict somebody on hearsay. I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. And you're not even going to get, the Democrats might try, but legally they don't have a prayer in hell.
No.
Because you got to have somebody. All Democrats would do is like they did with JN6. They would just say a bunch of shit, make up a bunch of shit, and then they would get kicked out of power, and we'd find out they were lying the entire time. Now, remember, Donald Trump's been cleared by all the victims. They all said nothing went on there. Gazelle Maxwell said nothing went on there. The lawyer said nothing went on there. Other people said there's nothing went on there. Even Bill Clinton today said nothing went on there. So at this point, why would he go through it again? I would just say fuck off. I actually would say, when you get some real evidence, come back and see me.
Yeah.
Just because you want to make a grandstand with me, it's not going to happen. And as a president, you don't have to sit down. And what you do, hold the president in contempt of Congress? Come arrest him, see what happens. Jeez.
I'm sure for half of the Congress anyway, he has nothing but contempt.
Well, I've noticed like that 43% with the Democrats liking his speech. I have noticed there have been some Democrats, and Bill Maher's been hard on this, and a couple other famous Democrats have been coming out saying, look, he's doing good stuff. You need to admit when he's doing good stuff. One of the big fundraisers of the day, I was listening to her, the Chinese girl used to do big fundraising for. Actually, I think she's Korean, but she was talking about how bad the party is. Now she's going to go speak at the convention this year, or not this year, but when they had a convention for the presidency, she's going to go speak at the RNC. So I mean, that's a major. So think about this: they lost her. That's a major. They lost Tulsi Gabbard. That's major. And I mean, Tulsi's in charge of one of the agencies. She's going to be around for a while. She's building power all over the place. Then you lose RFK, which could be a good or a bad thing to them, but still, these are major names. And to lose anything, Kennedy just you kind of like, what the fuck? And then you've got all these other Democrats that have left. And then you got people like John Fetterman and Bill Maher saying, hey, look, what the fuck is wrong with you people? And then I've noticed you've got other Democrats now that just come out and saying no. So what has to happen is the moderates or the central Democrats they have to come out and take their party back. I mean, the liberal fringe is only about 25%, maybe 30, but it's no more than that. So the other 70% is just cowering behind a tree going, if you want us to be woke, we'll be woke. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, fuck you, idiots. You're letting the whole country.
I think that's exactly the diagnosis right there. Every single one of them is afraid of speaking out and being called a racist or a transphobe or a homophobe.
But they got to see in Trump's world, it's not that bad now. You can get away with it. You can stand up.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck you, assholes. You're fucking up. Oh, you seen it on? Oh yeah, I forgot y'all can see stuff that I look at on my playlist. Yeah, I did look at the top 10 cities that white people were fleeing. Yeah, it was kind of a racist. The guy who did it was kind of racist, but there was a white guy who did it, but he's kind of racist. Number one city that white people were fleeing was Detroit, Michigan. I think it's got a 88% black population. Number two was Jackson, Mississippi. They've got like a 92% black population. Yeah. Jackson's a cool town with some really good barbecue people. If you ever get to Jackson, ask where the barbecue is because they got some really good barbecue up there. The people up there are really nice. It don't matter what color they are. They're nice people. I mean, like any city, stay out of the bad neighborhoods, but you can check where the bad neighborhoods are. You can usually look on a crime map when you go to any city and find it. Yeah, there's lots of information about that on the internet now. But other than that, I mean, it's a cool city. There's nobody can really bother you there. There was a few others that made it. Chicago made the list. Yeah, I think LA made the list. They were mostly blue cities. Not all blue cities.
Chicago's on there probably, huh?
Yeah, Chicago's on there. St. Louis was on there too. They were on there. Yeah. It's one of those things. The whole thing was racist. At least I thought it was. Maybe I'm just being an ass about it, but I kind of felt it was kind of racist. You can find it. It's still in the list. I actually was going to play with it tonight, and then I said, nah. You mean Barack Obama? Well, we might do some stuff with Barack in the future. Who knows? He said he wants to come on and hang out, so maybe we'll bring him on the chat. Yeah. No, I want to bring on the Bigfoot guy. Fuck, I don't care if he's AI. Let's bring his ass on. I love when you ask him what kind of woman he wants. That shit cracks me up every time he answers that question.
Which Bigfoot guy?
Yeah, that guy's an AI. He's a big Bigfoot character he's created, and he's definitely a righty. But he's got a couple other ones. Well, one of his first ones he ever did was the reporter asking, "What kind of woman do you want?" He said, "I want a real woman." And she said, well, what's a real one? He said, one without a dick.
That's funny.
So and then it just kind of took off after he started doing skits and stuff. There's some pretty funny ones. Yeah, it's just funny shit. Oh, what's his name? Uncle Salty Cracker or some shit. Yeah, he's actually a pretty good Klingon cook. What's funny about this guy is he was a state trooper. Hardcore state trooper too, from the sound of big dickhead. And then he was out with some friends and somebody fucked up in a boat. I think they were drunk and somebody got hurt or something. So because he wasn't driving and he was on the boat, but he wasn't driving or anything. But I guess because whatever didn't happen, he got suspended for a year without pay. And then they were just going to throw him off the force. And then something happened somehow or another. I guess it came out on his side and everything he said was right. And they had to let him back on the force and give him all his back payback and all. The problem was he had already started, working in his business, and he had started his own YouTube page where he was doing stuff. And, he was gotten used to that, and he'd grown out his hair and shit. And after a while, he just told the troopers to go fuck themselves. They lost a good officer because, they were trying to teach somebody a lesson that wasn't even somebody needed to be taught a lesson. But it came out better for him because he does all that cooking, and he's got some great dishes. He likes a lot of hot seasoning now, so beware. And he's not the best steak cook. I wrote to him a couple times about that. So let me teach you how to cook a fucking steak correctly. I said, you're killing me with this because he's a great cook. I mean, I don't want to take nothing away from him. When it comes to seafood or Cajun food and stuff like that, he's really good. Then he goes out and kills his own alligators and shit. Yeah, and cooks them up. They were out killing hogs a while back. Yeah, he's a couillon.
I don't know how the hogs are down there, but in South Carolina, you need to be packing 50 caliber Action Express or 44 Magnum up to kill some of them southern hogs.
Oh, hogs! We were
shreds otherwise.
We were in the deep swamp. We were actually crawfishing, and we always bring the guns with us because it's called the hog farm because it's a bunch of rod. So somebody let out a bunch of farm hogs, and they got bred up with a bunch of red Russian boars. Yeah, these fuckers had 8-inch tusk on them. They call them red rush. They were beautiful hogs. So we out there day crawfishing one day. We loading in about 2 sacks, and I'm sitting there, and I seen this hog. I'm like, man, I could get that hog from here. My partner's like, I got him. I said, dude, no, you know what you're doing. He jumped out the truck. He grabbed a 20 gauge with a slug. I said, dude.
Oh, God.
I said, what are you doing, man? He's like, no, John, I'm telling you. So I'm watching. So I reach into my truck and take my 30-06 out. I had a 210 grain in it with the little 5 point. And I took it out, put a couple of 180s in there. So they had a big round lead head on it so they would tumble. And
big boat tail, yeah.
So I'm sitting there watching him, and his hog's charging at this point. The hog stopped and just shook his head. I see my boy he was shitting. I mean, he was just, he's trying to get in the truck. This thing's maybe 30 feet, 35 feet. He's slipping on the side of the truck, and you hear, when that 30-06 went off, that hog just slid up to the back of the truck. He's like, Jesus Christ, Joe. I said, I told you not to do it. I said, didn't I tell you?
Even a 12 gauge slug most likely wouldn't have hurt that damn thing.
No, not a full bore, full speed. No, I've shot one in the head with a 357 point blank, and some bitch just looked at me like I was stupid.
Yeah, like what's that? A BB gun?
Yeah.
Try harder next time, buddy.
Actually, my grandpa and them used to just slice their throats and let them bleed out. And we actually collect the blood for something, but it's not as humane. People, it's inhumane. Not really. They die and it doesn't take more than about 40 seconds or so.
Well, actually, their brain's active probably about 4 or 5 minutes afterwards, but.
Yeah. And trying to shoot him in the head with anything other than a big rifle is just not going to work.
Or, like I said, 44 Magnum 50
caliber.
You
can use it. Yeah, you could use it. But remember, when you're up close and personal shooting one in the head, it's going to splatter all over your ass. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, you have to use a frangible round, a hollow point round. Ball ammo will just probably bounce off or just knock it cold, and it'll wake up and come at you some more.
I've shot quite a few hogs in my years, man. I was out where I shot a small one, about 300 pounder one, a 30-30. I had to shoot to some bitch 3 times. And first off, I don't ever aim for the hogs. I usually aim for its chest, its heart. I'm something that's fleshable that the bullet's going to tear up. Because sometimes, let me tell you what, even with a big caliber, sometimes you shoot a hog and he's got his head tilted. That bitch may just bounce off, not bounce, but glaze off, ricochet.
I got a good story about glancing off. Well, it didn't glance off, but one of my buddies at the rifle and pistol range I worked at, God rest his soul, George Jans. He was out reloading, or the very morning we were opening up. So he wasn't reloading clays. He was going out and opening up all the clay machines because we covered them up overnight so they wouldn't get rained on and stuff like that. And then he went to the second or third station and pulled the box open, and there was I think it was a copperhead, and it scared the crap out of him. So he pulled his revolver and shot it with a 357 Magnum, and then ran back to the office hut and said, "Man, you got those snake shots with you? Go out there and kill that thing." So I went back out to the thing, and he had hit it with one 357 Magnum, but he didn't hit it in the head, and it was still writhing in severe pain. So it reared up to strike at me, and when it did that, I took my Taurus 9mm out which had snake shot in it, and I went, and one shot, point blank, just took its head off. And then I went back to him and I said, "Okay, this coast is clear." And this man was forced recon Marines, went to Vietnam not once, not twice, not 3 times, not because he was ordered to, volunteered all 3 times to go. This man was a badass, but when it came to snakes, he was a scared little chicken.
A lot of people don't like snakes, man.
Oh, but even better, I come back, I tell him, the coast is cleared. He goes back out there, and then he comes running back because he left his golf cart there, so he had to walk back up there. Then he got back up to where the incident happened, and then he comes running back, leaving his golf cart again, and he's like, "It's still there," and I'm like, "Dude, it's dead. The head's gone." So I was like, "All right, come on, you big sissy, let's go up there." And we walked up there, and I picked it up by the tail and showed him. "See, the head is gone. The head's over there. Don't touch that. It could still bite you." And then I threw the rest of the body out into the woods, and then he was okay.
He says some people don't like snakes. I just shoot them.
Yeah, that's true.
A couple of my friends used to hate it because we'd be hunting, and I'd see it. I says, "Don't shoot the king's house." Too late. I was like, so a friend of mine finally, he used to bring his king snake everywhere he went to get me used to him. "Oh, look, look how nice they are. I like the fucking snake. I'm gonna shoot it."
Yeah,
well, they eat rats and stuff. I said, "I'll give for what they eat. It's a rat."
Who cares, right? And they do good things. Just do it away from me. I have a good respect for them, but I want them to do it as far away from me as possible.
Well, the idiot let him loose in my car.
Oh crap!
And then we never could find him. I guess eventually he fell out the vent, but we never did find him. I had a vent, in the old cars, they used to have the vents that opened directly to the air.
Yeah.
Yes, people had these things you would pull. Yeah, listen, people, this is cool. You had a little stick you would pull, and it would open an air vent from outside directly into your car. And where they were, usually, if you were cruising, it would blow some serious amount of air up in it.
That's how the original Volkswagens, that's how the air conditioning was. You open up vents in the front panels and in the back panels for everybody to get cold air.
It's we used to have those little side mirror windows, man. Y'all don't even get to experience the little baby windows. They were cool. Had the little push button. You push the button and turn it, open the window.
The triangle windows, they were smoking windows. They're for cigarette smokers.
They were cool ass little windows. Turn it right or just blow air there. Turn it the other way and suck the air out of there. You got no shit. Actually, they do have some cars. Actually, do have electric windows with them in them. It's very rare few, but I've seen a couple over the years. Yeah, it's electric window. So just the triangle window will come down when you hit the first time. When you hit the second time, the other window comes down. It's there because a lot of people like them little windows. I did. I had them in my last vehicle. I had in a 2005 fully loaded F-150. For some reason, they were in there. I think they were custom ordered because I noticed that my friend had the same truck I did, and it didn't have them in there.
I wish they'd bring the vent window back. We were taught in high school driving that, especially at wintertime, if you have the heat on, just crack the window a little bit and offset the little bit of cold coming in from a little bit of the heat coming out of the heater, because otherwise the heat from the cars, it's a dry heat like in your oven. It'll put you to sleep.
Yeah, put you to sleep or poison you from carbon.
Yeah, if you have bad exhaust, it could kill you.
Jack's like, "No, man, no, yeah, dude, I'm telling you, that could happen to you. Yeah, you could die. Yes, Ersko." Somebody, I seen that question earlier. The archives from tomorrow, from yesterday and today, will be up tomorrow. Yeah, I'll probably put them up when I'm in here doing the setting up the 2 shows. Yeah, I'll probably come in around 1 or 2 tomorrow and set up Arthur's quill in the chat. And while I'm doing it, I'll probably post the 6 or 7 archives we have to post. Yeah, but you can still get them on YouTube now. YouTube, you can get them on YouTube. Any of them that broadcast on Rumble, you can get them on Rumble. But
Rumble uploads itself like within minutes after we close out.
And YouTube and Facebook are there automatically, so you can get them there too. And if we happen to be on X or wherever, they'll be there as well. No, we're not on X. We are. Yes, but we're gonna go because I'm hungry. I'm like hungry hippo, man. Y'all remember that game? I'm hungry. Yes.
Hungry hippos, man.
Yeah, I've been getting an extra half hour every week. Shut up. Actually, no, we could stay because we got a bunch of other news. We didn't even touch this stuff on the list, but we'll save that for tomorrow's show. Maybe we'll talk about a little bit that's on that list tomorrow. Some of it's interesting stuff. Some of it's just news. Yes, like the United States invented this really cheap bomb missile thingy they're going to give to the Ukraine that they can give them just masses like 10,000 at a time. So they can just start carpet bombing the fuck out of Russia. I don't know. They said they got a decent range. They can reach Moscow.
They can already hit Moscow. They've already done a few attacks there.
This is supposed to be us like swarm missiles, and no, they're supposed to be designed to call them infrastructure killers. So I guess you just aim like 100 of them at the power plant, let them go, and whatever the Russians don't shoot down gets to the power plant. And if they look like they're shooting too many down, you just send another 100, and then you aim some of them at the stuff that's shooting down. Trump said if Putin isn't going to chill and really get serious, then we're just going to start arming the Ukraine to the fucking teeth.
Huh.
Well, we got to be careful because we want to give them bombs, and China's trying to give Iran advanced missile systems and hypersonic missiles to shoot at our B-2s. Do you know if Iran shut down a B-2, first off, we'd just go wipe Iran off the face of the planet. And then secondly, we'd turn around to China and say, okay, we got a fucking problem.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No. Nobody in America is going to think it's cool if we're shot down by any Chinese weapon. What do you mean if somebody shoots down any Chinese? Well, Chinese don't usually go where American weapons are, so.
Yeah, they're pretty good about staying away from our stuff for now.
And China knows this is going on with Iran, so that means this would be interfering in a conflict. So anyway, we'll see how that goes. But we're going to get out of here. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to United Public Radio and News on the Flip Side. Of course, any moans, groans, bitches, complaints, or anything else like that, please write to Michelle DeRocha. She's been missing y'all. She said we've been being too well behaved. And for whoever asked me that earlier tonight, yes, we are off on our strike for everybody who was following us on our strike. They finally said y'all were good boys and you could get off the strike now. We were like very thankful that they let us off. We were, I don't know, Jay said something a couple of weeks ago. I got us in trouble.
We played something that pinged us.
I kept telling, don't say that, Jay. Don't say that. But no, you know how he is. And then what's his name? Sean was over there rooting him on. Yeah, actually, no, we got it on the chat. We didn't get it on this show, but it ended today. We were just, Jay's not kidding, we were just playing material like we always do. And for some reason or somehow, we offended somebody. Third party broadcast, but I still don't know what the third party was. Well, I'm trying to learn so we don't do it again, but their rules sometimes just don't make no sense. I mean, we try to judge it as much as we can. And if I knew which one of the offending problem was, we would know what it was and what kind of stuff to stay away from, but they don't even bother telling you that. So. But no, I'm just grateful we're off. Yeah. No, I like YouTube. I don't hate them or anything. YouTube's nice. They got pretty good stuff over there. Yes, and we are clean of any strikes right now. So nice. I just had to double check. Anyway, on that note, we're going to get, remember, people, tell your friends, come over, click and like us, join, become a member, help support the network before I have to sell Jeffrey off into slavery or something.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah, I need some cash, and Jeffrey's looking kind of cute, so we'll sell him over to one of them Arabs. They'll love him. The idiots. Anyway, good night, everyone, and stay tuned to whatever's coming on next because I have no idea. Good night. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun.